taser.
Lining the taser. Fire!
Yamato cannon, fire!
Would have been better if I started with the start of the zoom screen.
That's the point. Can we get a Yamato cannon for the ship? Anyone who's played StarCraft, Yamato cannon. Anyone who's played StarCraft should know what a Yamato cannon is. Ah, it's great. Basically, the battle cruiser for the Terrans has a weapon upgrade you can get called the Yamato cannon, which basically crank a railgun to its max would be the best description of it.
Oh, ultra rail cannon.
Let's see if I can find a. I'll probably be able to find a video of
Super
it. It's a
mega rail
famous one.
cannon.
It fires a.
Might be able to get a gif of it.
It might be actually. Because Yamato will put immediately like One Piece stuff, I imagine.
Yeah, that's going to be a given.
Yeah. It's got a picture of the battle cruiser, like the pilot, but I don't think it has a picture of the Yamato cannon itself. I'll find it. Apparently there's a YouTuber called Yamato Cannon. Not sponsored.
But not that. Not that one.
That's not StarCraft, isn't it? It's not far off from it.
Actually, remember to change the
Ah,
Twitch name, which is good.
I found one. I've muted the 8-second video, but it basically has. It's this one. Could get one of those. It's just a really big gun, basically.
Let's see. I think that's everything set up on my end.
Mm.
Who knows? I have the map. That's all I really need.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody got any bookkeeping or anything they want to discuss in the next like minute and a half of the timer?
No.
Not that I can think of.
Like boring bookkeeping stuff counts as timer talk.
Yeah. Not that I can think of. We'll just have to.
I mean,
Yeah,
I was
well,
just finishing my dinner, so.
You heard the man. Everyone talk for another minute and 20 seconds.
Oh, I mean, I finished.
No, we've got another minute now.
All right, no worries.
According to the clock, another minute 40.
Like, find something quick to eat for another minute.
I mean, okay, I'll go get an ice cream then.
Go get
Nice.
ice cream.
Update the round last
That's
session.
what I was supposed to do. Okay. I was actually looking through the chat. I was like, what was I doing again? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you put a note in and make sure you didn't forget.
Yeah, lasso Faraday cage. And I'm dressed in insulating vines. Moving hurts.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna put it to round 8. I can't remember if we're on round 8 or not, but we're now on round 8. So, you know, maybe you all lost 6 seconds of your life there. Who's to tell? It's just, I feel like the Shower Dot Sphere also has problems of timeline continuity anyway.
Yeah.
Well, there's no sun, you know, so.
I mean,
Timeline's a bit fucky.
Not to be fair, Alterra never has a sun in the first place.
That's what I'm saying, there's no sun.
The other son, what's his name, son?
Dark
Side
side
sun.
sun.
Darkseid son.
He's currently missing.
But we don't know if it's actually just the vampire we've got in here.
Vampire.
Wolfman
Lucas.
the Wolfman in our on our ship, or is it someone completely and utterly different?
Probably someone completely utterly different. It's probably someone we've already met.
Who knows? All I know is the timer's up. Welcome back to Alterra for episode 66. One for all,
Oh shit,
part
is it
3.
66? I thought it was 67.
Oh, it is 67. Oh,
Yeah, I
goddamn.
got it right!
I updated the number at the end. I didn't update the actual episode number.
Dun dun
I literally
dun.
was like, oh shit, I have to change my title now. No, I got it right!
I'll update it, and then I'm pretty sure I'll need to update the video as well once it's finished. Oh well.
Yep.
I'll do it. Hey, it's technically correct now. Hey, welcome back to episode 67. I got it right the first time. I don't know what you mean. One for all, part 3. All right, let's do standard affair. We'll go around. Everyone can do a quick mic check, say hi, and give us a sentence about what you remember of the last session. Alvina.
Howdy! I was a blender,
It's true.
essentially.
Dr. Zormir.
I'm questioning my sanity, and also found out that there's a child to be saved now.
It might not be a child.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a Sonny.
The child of bright. It's a child of dark side at
They
least.
might not be a child.
Yeah,
they might
they
be like
could-
someone who's 800 years old, roughly.
Yeah, they could look older than Darkseid, because we know
Yeah,
Darkseid is a bit.
he's
iffy.
old.
Still the child of dark side.
Look you.
Hi, fuck you, and I was a bird and got stuck in a hole.
You say when that happens.
Pretty much.
Gwent.
Hello, I'm Gwent. I leave the tube. I'm jumping in a cage.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's like, there's no chance to hell Gwent doesn't say something to that effect.
Yep, at least your characterization is consistent. Last not least, Lugrim.
Hi, I'm back, and I've apologized to Zormir already.
Yeah, just teleporting into Zormir's lap.
Those poor cocoa shells. What a waste. Anyway. Now Chris McKenzie, that'll be your
Mine's
day.
got plenty, so
Previously on Alterra, the players got into a little high-rise tournament where they have to reach through 7 layers of environmental terrains while the other contestants do their best to catch up because, dear God, they're barely able to. This is what happens when the DM plays consistent NPCs and doesn't make the NPCs powerful enough.
To be
Which,
fair, they were
just
doing
means-
very well until they hit the vine wall. We were kind of midfield until we hit the vine wall. We managed to take the lead on that. So they've got
Yeah.
plenty of time.
Unless you were the wizard that had heat stroke,
Yeah.
or the gnome that just couldn't figure out.
No, we're
Which
still
way to go,
suspicious
yeah.
of that gnome.
And it's
I'm
not-
suspicious of that gnome.
And it's not like they can come up through the vine hole that we made because Gwent lubed it up.
It has
Yeah.
no friction anymore.
You say it whichever way you want, but we both know you loop the tube.
Also, we don't know where a ninja is. The ninja might be in first place.
The ninja might actually be dead in the sand
He
pit.
also might be dead. The ninja might be dead. He just drowned.
He's drowning in the sand, but
Yeah.
no one knows.
The ninja died literally in the first 5 seconds.
Went invisible, died.
That'd be quite funny.
That would be very funny.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, we start back up at the top of the initiative, going on to round 8. The players have
Yummy
just
roll.
gotten.
Yeah, he's
no
not-
longer on here.
No, because you took him off after he teleported.
Silly me thinking you'd finished the tournament last week.
Yes, I win! Yay!
As I said,
All
we've got-
right, Luke, go ahead and roll, but unfortunately you are still disqualified. You get to join the RP
Yeah,
section
but-
of the session.
You get to heckle the other cultist for having an inferior cult to you.
Compare his cult is growing.
I know, but it's still probably inferior to Lou's. The one that Lou is pretty sure he has.
And they haven't just gone off for a vacation now.
Oh yeah, also we're all mad at Lou, aren't we?
Yes.
Apparently.
Where are the rest of you mad at?
And you started it.
Well, they don't know.
I don't know. Alvina doesn't know we're mad at Lou yet, but apparently we might be mad at Lou because all these gods might just be manifestations of her own delusions.
Oh yeah. I
Which
didn't
is
forget
what-
about that.
Which is
So Chris does
100%
know
Lou's.
Zormir.
Which is 100% Lou's fault if it's true.
Yeah.
Look, I got so many threads going on. So half the time I just forget them until they're relevant.
Yeah, I get that. I know that feeling. It's like, wait, you did what? Oh yeah.
It's not relevant to the current plot line I'm doing. It's getting stored in long-term memory.
Point agrees. We should get a Yamato cannon for the ship.
All right, what are we doing? We got Lou back on. Lou gets to help round out any conversation after Zormir, apparently. Gets to break up the lower tiers. Level 20 comes and goes, and what happens? It's a lair action, apparently. I don't think I've needed to do anything on 20 yet. Yeah, the environments kind of speak for themselves. All right, we go to 19. Ninja's doing something in the background. I'm not sure what Ninja's doing. Neither are you. Nobody knows where they are.
We're just gonna see a ninja just
Ninja's tunneling under the sand.
Wait,
electrocuted in a Faraday.
He's already at the star. He's just waiting to touch it until you're like 2 foot away, and then
Did any of you have the invisibility?
no.
Lou does.
No, you didn't have it active though, right?
No.
God, that doesn't matter then. I mean,
It's a spell
Ninja's doing-
anyway.
The ninja's hanging on to the gnome. That's why it's going so slow.
Alvina, it is your turn. You've wrapped yourself in vines, and I believe I think you already succeeded in pulling it down. I can't remember.
Yeah,
What do your notes say?
she'd wrapped it round her.
No, I hadn't made the roll to actually lasso it yet. I'd succeeded on covering myself in vines, which is insulated.
Oh, that's
I hadn't
what I was
actually
meaning.
made the lasso check yet. I have to do that one.
Yeah, it's effectively a whip check, which I'm pretty sure counts as a melee attack. So go ahead and
A
give me a
whip is
strength-based attack.
Okay. I'm gonna reckless it, because why not?
Yeah, it's a melee attack.
uh,
Can you reckless whips? Damn.
yeah.
That's a cool character concept. Just goes ham with whips.
That's
Yeah, it's
hilarious
because
enough.
whips are
Level
finesse.
3. Yeah, level 3 barbarian rogue gets advantage reckless attacks with a ranged sneaking melee weapon. Kind of a weird concept, but really cool. Okay, go. 28.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think you lasso it.
He. Pull it down to where we are.
You do so? I'm pretty sure I had the stats here as to what the size was, but yeah, it's a feasibly sized cage.
Yeah, I believe we had 2
20
hell
we had
matches.
hold actions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold actions to jump in the cage when it came by.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you pull it down, just able to easily, obviously, wrapping around it, the vines seeming, you can kind of see the lightning kind of like staticking off the vines, not quite penetrating it, but you can kind of see it like bouncing off it.
Yeah.
As it wraps around the cage, you tug it down, and the cage does get pulled down towards you. You can now very clearly see the what appears to be small void arcanite nodes embedded throughout the cage. And as it reaches down, you're kind of, I assume you're waiting for the like a one that's passing by just to get the, there's limits to how far whip can go. You pull it down and cover the opening. You have plenty of dexterity and skills. I don't really see a problem if you kind of like slipping under it and then having it come down onto the hole for the rest of your party. I think that's well within your natural abilities at this point. The rest of the characters had held action. As the cage makes contact with the rubbery floor, you're able to use your reactions and crawl, scramble into the cage itself. To your relief, there is no lightning shocks as you climb into it.
Nice.
Much to Gwent's relief.
Hey.
Then, if Alvina can, she's going to basically just kick off when the others are in, just to get it moving in the air if it's got the void arcanite to make it float, I guess.
Go ahead and give me just a strength check, just to see how hard you push off against the ground, to see how far you move.
Be back in.
17, not a great one for her, but okay.
17. Given there are a couple people's bodies in here, I'm just gonna go for a straight comparison check here. I'm assuming that you get pushed off 17 feet into the air.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, I think it was like, just get us a bit of a kick-off so Gwent can put the flying creature in to get us moving. Basically, just get us a bit of a head start, right?
Alright, I'm just gonna put them all on you and then just put the number on your head.
Yeah, about there-ish. Like a little bit in.
I'm just gonna, kind of put people behind you. There we go.
Okay.
Just indicate that you're kind of steering this thing for now. Well, technically you'd be at the bottom because you pushed off.
Yeah.
But you all rise up and your cage disappears to hover in the air at 17. It appears that, the crystals might just be holding it there from what you've seen, kind of giving a hovering effect, but unfortunately it does seem there's some sort of resistance that slows you down and just keeps you at the 17 pace.
Okay. So yeah, that is pretty much what we thought. They're floating. They're not
Flying.
flying. Yeah.
So it moves and then just stops due to like
Slows
lack
down
of-
eventually
Yeah.
and just stops. Yeah.
That's fine. That helps
Cool.
me.
Yeah. And I think that's Alvina's turn. Unless I can get basically just to shoot a jet of fire behind us to get us a little bit further, but
You only use effectively one attack, so if you want to do another attack, either a whip, but that will be a fate check to see if there is one coming by you within the next couple seconds, or if you want to do like a little shoot of fire or something to see if that works.
yeah, I want
That
to
one's
do.
Probably going to be a little bit less movement than obviously your kick, just because there's not a lot of mass to a
Yeah.
fire.
It's pretty much just get us a little bit further. Maybe get us to like 20 or so, just a little bit extra, because every little bit extra always helps.
Yep, go ahead and make me
We're putting
a,
another cage and let the
flame
other cage
combat.
fool you.
honestly, just roll me the damage off the flame attack, and I'll use that to determine the movement.
Okay.
Just on the only assumption that more higher damage number is more fire.
Yeah. 16. Pretty good.
16. Just because it's not as efficient, I'm gonna half it to 8. But I'm gonna
Mhm.
give you another 8 feet of movement there. It's quite a powerful burst stream still somehow.
Nice.
I'm not sure where you're getting the fuel from, but it's magic, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Red Arcanite.
It's Alvina's pure just joy. Enjoying existing. Get us a little bit further.
Alvina's breathing.
Okay. But yeah, that's this was
25.
25
nice round
dead,
number, actually, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
You are now a quarter of the way up through level 4, which is a pretty decent start for one round. Alright, so that brings you to the end of your turn. I believe we have Rocketeer and Ranger going before Fook you. I need to remember where the hell those two were. Oh yeah, Rocketeer had a new accompanying paladin who'd convinced Rocketeer to like help him. Failed their check previously and have just like plunged into the sand and now have to make a recovery check.
The poor paladin.
He's not having the
that we
best
had-
of
Panic,
times.
so I'm
I
gonna
forgot we had the
do.
unluckiest.
Oh,
Oh my
nope.
god!
As the Rocketeer Paladins start sinking down into the sand, they are unable. They've unfortunately landed very close to a sand trap, and are now sinking in. And just with the sheer amount of metal that both have on them and the weight, they are really struggling to get out. They're already half buried into that sand. While they're doing that, the Ranger makes the rest of the movement up to level 3 this round. They don't need to make a check. That's just their natural ability, and that will. Since they actually have to cover themselves in vines to go through level 3, they actually choose just not to lose the vine armor. So you see them kind of pop up at the top of level 3, still in what appears to be a little bit more tailored suit of vines. Like they have perfectly form-fitted this with smaller children offshoot vines to just make it a much more lightweight, almost just plant leather-based armor around them.
Rather than-
Vegan armor.
Yeah.
Rather than just ripping chunks of plant out and just going, this'll do.
The Rangers
Before
done
we
it.
get to the aliens, we go to Fuck You.
Okay, so fuck you is gonna pull his loot off his back, and starts singing "Learn to Fly."
Which
And
version?
the Foo Fighter one.
Alright.
And then, oops, if I got the page open, and then start casting flying himself.
Nice.
He's gonna essentially move up to the top of the cage and see if he can push. Essentially, like
Okay.
help push it so it goes upwards.
All right. So, what is your passive perception?
Passive perception is 14.
14. All right. Presumably you'd recognize this as you're looking around. Roll me a D100.
Ooh.
Ninja.
26.
26. Convenient. All right. For you, as you climb up, well, actually, do you cast the spell on yourself first and then climb up to the top of the cage, or vice versa?
Yeah, he'd probably cast it first and then fly up.
Yeah, that probably makes the most sense. You don't have to climb. You cast your spell, and as you begin flying up, and you feel for a moment, like tiny, imperceptible, nearly second, a slight shiver ripple across your body, a not unfamiliar shiver as you reach the top of the cage and you grab the bar, and as you kind of take stock of your surroundings, realize your party members are no longer beneath you. In fact, you, having kind of get a reference of the surrounding area, are no longer in the same cage as them.
Okay.
You are horizontally on the opposite side of the arena in a different floating cage.
Okay, I get what this is. I get what this bit is.
Was that because I cast a spell or because I cast fly?
It's up to you to interpret.
What was the order of events? Did you Was it he
He
cast?
cast, then he flew up.
Yeah.
To
And
the
then-
rest of the party members, because you'd have this information, or at least Gwent would. I'm assuming Alvina was looking down as they were firebolting. Hopefully,
Many
but
part
Gwent,
of the body. I can do it for anyone.
you obviously noticed this because you were kind of looking over at Fuku while they were casting. You know, it's hard not to notice when somebody's shouting in Goblin, casting a magic spell in your ear. But you watch them cast the spell, and you see the spell take effect, and then you see them go up, and about as they crossed maybe the like 3/4 mark up the cage, there was a slight ripple in the air as their body disappeared.
So was it like I passed through something, or was it just there and then gone?
Blinks. gone.
There and then gone.
Okay.
But it definitely happened after you'd already cast the spell and you started flying up.
Okay.
Yeah, I get. It's spatial arcanite, isn't it? This one.
The void one, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, fuck you, it's fine with it. So in the cage that he's currently on, then he's gonna start pushing the cage upwards. The full, I'm assuming like it's gonna be about 10 foot tall, this cage or something like that.
The cage is 20 foot tall with a 10 foot diameter.
Okay, so move up the 20 foot of the cage, and then I think fly gives me 50 or 60 foot movement.
60.
Just to clarify, you seem to have spawned at the bottom half of the cage. Are you moving
Oh,
up through the cage?
I spawned at the bottom of the cage. Okay, I was thinking like the 20 foot from the original cage. So I'm now at the bottom of the new cage.
Yeah, you're right. I think it works better if you come out the top half. Yeah, because that's how that's supposed to work. Yeah, you can move up the remaining. Yeah, because it would take you 20 from the bottom to the top of this one.
Okay, so yeah, the remaining speed, whatever that is left. start
560.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have another 40.
Yeah, so start pushing the cage up the rest of the, or trying to push the cage up the rest of the 40.
Uh, let's have a strength check.
I was waiting on that.
Welcome, well known for his.
Yeah, because fly doesn't like make anything weightless, and it's still a metal cage, so possible, but gonna require a bit of oomph.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's see what the fuck he gets. Oh, not too bad.
That's pretty good for you.
16. It's a very strenuous process. Like it's taking you to really push this cage up, but you are able to succeed. However, it is going to leave you obviously like tired. And you're not entirely sure how long you could do that for, but it's going to give you an extra, I believe, 40. I'm gonna half that to 20 just because you're lifting something quite heavy, so it's gonna give you like encumbered movement.
That's fine.
And 1 level of exhaustion.
No, that's only if they fail to check.
Yeah, that was a 15 on the die, minus my 1 strength, then plus 2 for my jack of all trades.
I was about to say, how the hell have you got a +1 on that?
It's because the jack of all trades gives me
Yeah.
half my proficiencies. It's plus 2.
Total checks. Yeah, I forgot it worked on pure stat checks as well.
Yeah. To be honest, I was confused for a second when it said 16. I'm like, wait, what? Then I remember
Ow.
the jack of all trades.
Very nice. Is that your turn?
I hope it's fuck you now, by the way.
Probably about level with you.
46.
46, okay.
No, you started horizontal to them, so on the same level as them. Technically, you started 1 foot above them.
Right. If they are within, I think, is it 50 or 60 foot from me?
They're on the opposite side of the Colosseum, which I believe has a 100-foot diameter. So I think they are about 80, 90 feet away from you.
Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't be able to give you Bardic Inspo.
I think I already have one.
I think you used it.
No, I've not used it.
Have you not? Fair enough.
Yeah, you gave me one last time, which I haven't ended up needing it yet.
Okay.
So,
All right. I believe the aliens have gotten 3/4 way through and are also able to get the final quarter this round as they come out with their little frozen digging tools. Being careful, try and avoid as much as possible. Let's have a look here. That's going to be their turn. We're going to bring down to, we don't have the point. 15? Yeah, so we're up to Gwent now, or down to Gwent. Gwent, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm just going to test by throwing my water skin up the top of the cage to see if it goes into fuck you's cage.
Or a different one.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a D100.
it's going somewhere.
93.
93, it goes at the top, I think.
Give me a perception check.
That should be good.
I mean, Gwen's got pretty high perception, I think. Yeah.
29.
Just scanning the area around you, you catch it fly out of a cage 93 feet in the air, or 70 feet above you, before it is just zapped with electricity and it just falls back down like a ashen thing as it continues to fall through the cage entirely, not teleporting, and continues to fall down until eventually it'll pass you.
Can he catch it?
Oh.
No, given the randomization, I'm assuming it'll be at least more than 5 feet away from him.
Does it land on one of the aliens?
Hey, who's throwing water skins?
Throwing
My
burnt
favorite water skin.
Who throws a water skin?
Gwen.
There's no banana skins.
Okay, so I am going to summon a celestial beneath me so I can fly up. Is my plan. It's going to be a horse-shaped celestial just because I like the idea of a horse riding a horse.
So you're making a Pegasus?
Kind of. And I'm gonna,
How big is
I
this
think
celestial?
large.
Large.
Horse size, then. Actually, yeah, because horse is size large. So,
Okay. The cage is a 10-foot diameter. It's gonna get a little cramped, just because assuming its wings will be flying about and stuff. But it's able to fit down. It's not huge, which is what matters. Go ahead and have it make me a strength check. I'll give it advantage just because it's a size large.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, 21.
Yeah, I'll do 21.
You were consistent with the numbers.
Yeah. It's 1 and a 2.
Yep. It begins to fly you up.
So I'm going to use its action to dash, so that's 80 foot.
80 foot. It's large. What's its base strength score?
16.
Yeah.
16.
I am going to offer to, like Alvina, do you want to get on?
Yep. He'll just up, boing.
Is that strong enough to not be encumbered? Probably is large.
Yeah, size large creatures just
Yeah.
have double weight capacity as well. So
I mean, technically, so does Gwen.
yeah, because you count as a size large creature. Carry.
How much movement did you say?
80 foot flying.
80 feet. Oh, yep, that'll get you above the 100. Okay, so 105. Would you like to enter into level 5 this round?
Ooh.
I would like to remain on the edge if possible and just take a look at it.
Yeah.
Because not brave enough to go in first, just like, huh. Like,
Basically,
you know
what
what I
Alvina's
need?
Alvina's
going to
here.
do.
Alvina's here to die on this
fuck
I
level.
your
need
head out.
somebody with bad
would you-
decision-making. Alvina!
There's the other question. How are you positioned? Presumably, all three of you are in the bottom half of the cage, just because Alvina was shooting down, and you've not indicated you'd like to climb up. Are you reshuffling in any way to fit the angel in? You could probably have it, because obviously they would need to take up the bottom half of the cage to not be sticking out of the cage to take damage.
Alvina's
Yeah.
sitting on the thing's back because Gwen basically just said, "Do you want to get on?" I went, "Sure."
And I would be sitting on the back as well, so it could be that Alvina is on top of Gwen, who's on top of the Celestial.
Yeah.
So you
Like
and
a pyramid of Grim.
so I'm gonna assume you guys are just about the halfway line, because you're sitting on top of the creature. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can arrange it so like the top, like lip of the cage is like touching level 5. You can kind of like push it in a little bit. You have a little bit of control here, since I'm assuming the Celestial is sentient, or at least is able to follow really detailed commands. You can see the lip of the top of the cage begin to frost over.
Ah, this is where the ice is.
It's very obvious if you look up
Oh.
and see floating tiny
Ice
like
cubes.
ice cubes, effectively, or like frozen meteorites.
Now here's one that's going to be a
Sure.
little more challenging for me.
Right. Like, can you
You
not
can
just
melt them all.
them? You are part fire now, aren't you? You're always bragging that you are god of fire, so melt away.
Do we want to walk on them?
They're like floating around.
Yeah.
The right?
You.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, I'm just gonna spend my action looking, if you don't mind. No, I sort of spend my action. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be
Hey,
up
didn't
to
you
the
summon
lip
an angel?
and then just, yeah, I'm just gonna give Alvina just eyebrows of, after you.
Go get him, champ.
It's like, we believe in you, probably. Not to die in the first second. We have a tiny amount of faith in you.
We have one faith. Exactly one faith.
Exactly the same amount of faith I have in Lou's cult.
All right, Gwen, is that you?
Yep, that's me.
Have we done this? It's now time for the cultist. I believe the assassin and oh no, it was the artillerist and pirate and Mr. Muscle who fell down from the hole. The fighter and the assassin, having witnessed this, are not going to take that slippery hole up. The cultists are, I think they're just going to follow in the aliens' path, because the aliens haven't exactly cared about blocking their way up. They've got more pressing matters, like the fact that you guys are beating them.
Yeah.
So they are going to, they're going to take their time going up. I'm going to give them a quarter just because they've got a lot of muscly people on here. All right, that's Gwent's turn. That's Cultist's turn. We got till 7. Okay, so yeah, wizard, fighter, all of that. Wizard, I believe, was back on the fly. So let's go ahead and make them a con check. Yep, they're able to continue flying up. And they're... Yeah, they have the action. They are going to cast gaseous form on themselves, and they are going to begin making their way through level 3.
He's recovered from heat stroke.
The fighter and assassin, I believe, we're not getting along with each other. What are they gonna do? You know, they'll do something in the background that's not as relevant just now. I think that brings us down to the rogue, who's gonna make their own way up. They're using Shadow Step. All right, that brings us to Zormir. Zormir, it's your turn.
So rescue your child. Let's narrow this down a little.
Well, I said find. Let's not presume too much.
Well, yes, they might just have. Depend on if they just left for their own, on their own adventure. But we can assume that the present control doesn't have them, or otherwise this whole operation would be gone. The Celestials don't have him because they would probably give up everything if they joined them. Monstral Guild, they'd probably hold them for ransom, so probably know about that. So it rules out that if anyone has captured them, it might be the either the elemental. I can't remember the name of the damn evil
The Primal Monarchy.
primal monarchy. Because they would have to coerce it out the old-fashioned way. Or they'd probably just enslave them. If they had captured them. And is there any particular circumstances they're left on? They're on a mission, or they just went off on their own?
Oh yes, they ran away from home.
Ah,
Yeah, it's a bit of a rebellious age. They are. I think they're
Island.
somewhere in the underground.
Descriptors?
let's rule out the description. I mean, we've met a few people. Let's rule out that none of our people we've met.
Oh, very well. What would you like to know?
What do they look like?
What do they look like? Any particular race? Kind of attitude.
Human.
Human. What kind of? What's the name? That would be a good one.
Ah, my little Damien.
Damien. Okay.
Fair enough. Does he have a distinctive birthmark on it, just under his hair, by any chance?
No, but why has your voice changed?
I don't know. Apparently, I'm channeling my inner Alvina here.
Well, let's see. Last time I saw them, I think they were sporting a mohawk. They'd just gotten their left eye pierced.
They left
Ow!
Eyebrow.
Oh, sorry, left eyebrow, yes.
Okay, that was
Thank
fucking
God,
hell.
Jesus. Wow.
Like, what are we talking here? Like knife to the eye, or actually got a piercing there?
That is
repla-
rebellious.
They've got a cyber eye now. They're going.
Has his father's classic good looks. Yes, good chin. Clear complexion.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight black hair. Normally sport some form of tattered get-up. Honestly, I buy him the finest wearing that. It's everything.
Because, I mean, we found a Dampier who thinks that their rebellion in the Mirrorverse is just ruling out them.
They don't sound like anyone we've met.
No. Like I said, I want you to find them, not rescue them. They've not been kidnapped. Calm down, Zoromir.
It means like they've been kidnapped. Clearly, they've been kidnapped.
Well, I'm not saying
No,
that
he simply hasn't been home in a week, and I need you to make sure that he's okay. That he hasn't, died.
That's why I'm not ruling out kidnap here.
Get a rough age.
No, he's far too wily to let himself be kidnapped. Yes, takes over his old man like that.
Well, that's a good thing then. But that will make them very much harder to track. Have they got any particular likes?
Yes, anarchy.
Anarchy. So, just do whatever they. I think I'll need to consult with Alvina and Monica, but to maybe find them a bit easier. I'm more a bit. Have a bit more structure.
It sounds like you're sending the bailiffs to go and find this kid.
I have a bit more structure. They might be able to channel their inner chaos to find them, or at least have an idea where they might have went.
Do you want him bringing back?
Are you concerned about them coming home, or would you rather just know that they're okay, or?
Oh yes, if you could convince Damien to come home. We've not sat down and had a good family dinner, and well, it's only longer than a week. And they kind of
30 years.
They've really not been the same ever since they grew up. It's we used to spend every weekend together, going to parks, reading. Oh, they loved it when I read to them. Yes, I'm afraid that our relationship's been a bit of a strained lately. Difference of politics, you'll see. I won't bore you. But yes, if you could convince them to come home and say hello to their old pal, that would be fantastic, yes. I mean, obviously, don't hurt them.
I was about to say that's important.
Oh, I can rest you assured, Zoromir, that if even a hair is displaced on my little Damien's head, I will make sure that they never find your corpse.
I would
Dorme's corpse, good.
Yes.
Yes, and I'll do far worse to the rest of your party, of course.
You've asked us to find them. Why would I hurt them?
That's what I'm saying.
Why would your party hurt a lot of the things they hurt?
Because they're trying to hurt us.
Because Alvina's hungry.
Well, exactly. If my little Damien can occasionally get a bit rowdy, he's been in a few brawls before. It's the anarchist in him. Should he put up a bit of a fight and decide to kill you before you kill him? Don't hurt him.
Hey, Gwen, how many healing spells can you spare?
None for something trying to kill me.
What if it's something that if we don't knock it unconscious, it will kill you, and if we kill it, their parents will kill all of us?
I'll have Alvina and do the talking.
Alvina do the talking. Okay.
I think the bond.
I think it's this new crowd he's fallen into.
What kind of crowd?
It's a cult. It's another.
Oh, it's a small political thing. Barely worth the mention or any attention.
Wait a minute.
They call themselves the Resistance.
Okay, not what I was thinking. Good.
Resistance.
Yes.
I think we might have an in there. Well, isn't the Resistance the person, the Dampier?
Yeah.
Different
No,
dimension.
that's the Rebellion.
Yeah, different
Rebellion.
dimension.
Yeah, he just
They
refers
got
to you guys as the resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not as good as a rebellion. You're just a little resistance.
Okay, well, we find the
Why do we have
resistance.
it in there? We'll have it in there very soon. Just beat
We'll
up
ha-
enough people until we find some reason.
I'm sure we can get ourselves in there. I mean, it's probably better not me doing the talking and being a bit more straightforward and more probably
Oh yes,
aligned
they'll
with you.
hate you, Zormir.
Yes. More probably a closer aligned to you kind of politics. And
I know what we'll do. We'll open with our classic discussion tactic of hitting the person with a door.
I
10-foot
have a
iron door.
feeling. I have a feeling my bot would probably get on better with them than me.
Oh no.
I couldn't say. I've yet to meet your bot.
He seems to have a bit of a chaotic personality from the sound, from what the crew has said.
Ah.
I mean, he's also got the roboticness of my creation as well. So it's kind of hit or miss which one you get. I think. Maybe a straightforward robotic response or a slap in the face. I don't know. But I see that the people are doing pretty well. They're getting quite far.
Yes, I wish them the best in level 6.
By level 6.
Oh, you'll see, you'll see.
I'm concerned with level 6.
Can we see on the monitor? Can we see on the monitor where the ninja is, or is that still sort of we have no idea what's going on with them?
Meta-wise, you have no idea. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, you can see
Okay.
them on the monitor. That is all. Is probably what it is.
Hmm.
But you don't know where that is. Because it can't affect it.
We move the rest of the NPCs are taking their turn. Lou Grim, would you like to do anything in this discussion?
Yes.
Eldritch Blast.
Do
I
a
would
slap
like
you.
to
Steal some of the coins.
apologize for abruptly ending up in here.
Huh?
I was so excited in the belief that Alvina gave me that I could win this competition that I completely forgot all the rules and that there was certain spells you couldn't use.
Literally one rule.
So,
It happens to at least one person every tournament.
I do apologize for that.
Nonsense! It's so rare that I get to effectively dine with a Devilborn, with a Fiendborn? Devilborn?
Fiendkin, maybe?
Maybe Devil. I think I normally refer to him as Fiendborn in the books. With a Fiendborn, your race is so rare these days.
So I am led to believe here. But I know it's no secret to everybody that the good doctor here, pointing to Zormia,
Mm-hmm.
has recently been under a lot of stress and pressure from various things. But
Yeah.
so I said various things because but I too have seen Morph.
Oh yes, one of these apparitions.
Yes, I don't.
What
believe
do you
that
make
it
of all?
is-
Yes,
I-
what do you make of all these apparitions? May I call you Lou?
Yeah, it's fine.
Ah, it's fine, it's fine. What do you make of these visual entities that have come to you? Do you believe they are to be trusted?
I mean, Morph's the only one I met, and he helped save our lives.
They.
Oh, right.
Morph has no gender. They're just a
They're a
silhouette.
morph.
They're a morph.
They're a
They can
shark.
be whatever they want.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not even human. They can be an object.
Doesn't even get table. So.
Anything that casts a shadow, it's them. Saved your life. How did they manage this? Please tell me the story.
Well, I was sleeping one night, and next thing I know, Mana comes rushing to my room, and he starts shouting on me. I had a nightmare. I'm coming out of a bit of a toxic relationship at the moment.
Yes, I've been there.
With
So
Elder.
you can empathize. So that's good.
Let's see where this one goes. Toxic relationship.
Well, I won't pry. It sounds quite difficult. But they helped you through this morph, fellow.
Yes, but I was dreaming about my then significant other, and I got attacked in my dream. It's lizard types attacking me. But Monica and Morph came along and helped save me. And then we found the point and Alvina.
In a weird suit of armor with a
Yes,
machine
this-
gun.
this big dragon type creature. And Morph was very helpful. Not very talkative, mind you. They preferred drawing. But yes, I can attest to Zormir seeing Morph.
These lizard men that attacked you. Could you describe them to me?
Yes, I believe they were blue. If I remember rightly.
I remember they were blue. End sentence. That's the description.
They were blue. Were they dressed in all black by any chance?
Yes.
I believe so, yes.
Did they say anything to you?
You're under arrest.
Apparently they wanted to arrest me for something.
Ah, fascinating.
I'm not sure what. They didn't specify.
They did, actually.
You guys just didn't pay attention to them.
They definitely did.
I see. Something to ponder. Oh, look at this! It looks like your party is about to do something. As we'll come back to this conversation next round, as we've updated the counter. The ninja does something. We don't need to do a lair. You guys are progressing. Lair actions for if you stall. Alvina, it is your turn. You are
Okay.
halfway in this cage. You can see the top of it beginning to freeze. You also remember that if you go any further up, you'll be teleported. What would you like to do?
I'm going to. So we're in the outside of the. Are we in level 5 now?
No, you're just underneath it because Gwen didn't want to push into level 5.
That's unfortunate.
You're at like 99.5 feet of level 4.
Well, at least I'm in the insulated armor still.
From ice?
No, from the electric that gets
Yeah, from
the
the lightning
moves.
that I'm about to be struck by.
Yeah.
Do you want to just hold your turn until Gwen just pushes in the next turn?
No, because I'm going to basically just slip outside of it and hope to hell that the armor protects me from the 5 foot that I'm going to be in.
Taking that
Yeah.
19 damage again.
Yeah. I'm going to take the edge off. Yeah, Alvina's going to slip outside and basically just go up to the ice level.
All
on
right.
the outside.
Yeah, you should be able to like squeeze through the gaps in the cage. That should be fine. You climb up the outside. It costs you maybe like an extra 10 like 10 feet movement to like get the rest of the way up into level 5. You do so. Let me just double check this. You're not concentrating on anything.
No, I'm in the armor if that helps for the if I'm going to be struck by lightning.
No, you were correct in that the lightning just kind of seems to glance off your rubbery hide. And as you head up into level 5, I am going to need you to make me a Constitution save against the freezing conditions of level 5.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna destiny that. And I'm going to body. Hey, I can use Bardic Inspiration for saves, right?
I think it's any D20.
Yeah, I think it's anything.
Yeah, it's because there's a few things you can't use it on, unless it's the Valor. 17.
Yeah, ability, attack, or save.
17.
Should be okay with 17.
Might be. It might be 20.
Well, as you go up into it, you seem to take the full 19 cold damage.
Ouch.
And you also lose concentration on anything you're concentrating on.
Ah, I don't concentrate on anything.
Holding
You
on
lose
to
your
the
rage
rubber.
because you were concentrating on your rage.
Truer words never spoken.
It's the opposite of concentration.
Let go of the rubbery vines because you weren't concentrating on them anymore. Holding them
I
close.
wasn't holding them. I had wrapped myself up in them. Okay, and now I'm going to go. Okay. I want to kind of look at these ice cubes with my crazy vision.
Yes, they appear to be giant chunks of ice, just floating about level 5.
Completely clear, up floating in midair.
They seem to be blue and opaque. Opaque is when you can't see through, right?
Yeah.
They are entirely frosted over, like with deep blue, white frosting on top of them.
Okay. And so.
Maybe like the size of like a large beach volleyball.
Oh, it's much smaller than I thought. Okay. Okay.
You can like fit one person on. They're like 5, or I guess like 4-foot circles or spheres.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got an idea. I'm going to draw
Oh.
a.
Well, just to make sure I'm clear, when I say like beach volleyball, I mean like the giant inflatable ones.
Yeah, I assumed it was the. Big
I was gonna
right?
say, like,
Yeah,
once
yeah,
you
yeah.
got to the 4 feet, it's like, what?
Yeah, just make sure like I wasn't talking like a small football size thing. They are quite large. You can like hug them as if you're going down on the Titanic.
It's like an
Yeah, yeah.
example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Alvina is gonna draw something she's not actually used yet, which is fun. But she needs an ice pick, so she's gonna draw a dagger. But the dagger's size for a giant, I believe. So it's a sword for. It's like a short sword. It's that obsidian iron one that we got from the that we stole from just the. These are nice weapons. These are nice items. And she's basically going to leap up to one that's on about 20-ish feet up and try and like ice pick into it.
All right. I'm assuming you're just like jumping off the edge off the cage.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a strength check to see how high you jump.
If it's 20 feet, I can just do it.
That's fair. You can time it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's enough there that I'll say one floats by. They're reasonably populated. Go ahead and just give me an attack check, just to see, like, as you like clip into it with your weapon.
Yeah. I should probably just put a dagger on here, like one of these weapons, but I'll just use my normal sword for now. Reckless, because I don't think you can get more reckless than leaping 20 feet into the air and stabbing a big chunk of ice with a spear. 28.
Alright, as you push off, as we all know, the Newtonian laws of physics still apply in Alterra. So as you push up 20 feet, you also push the cage down 20 feet. So say goodbye to Gwen.
Sorry, Gwen.
You
Your horse can definitely get up there. It made 80 feet last turn. You're fine.
That's not the point, though.
This is me making sure that you don't die from these ice cubes exploding or anything.
As you smash in with the pick off into the ice cube, how much damage do you deal?
Do you want me to get an actual roll for
Yeah.
it? Okay, so it was a short sword, which is just a d6, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, short sword is D6.
Slash roll 1d6 plus 5, because you just said it was just a nice one. So 10.
10.
Oh, perfect. As you shatter the ice cube
Yeah.
into tiny showers of ice particles. You find yourself hovering Wile E. Coyote style midair, no longer with an ice cube to support you. What would you like to do?
Don't look down, don't look down. Look anywhere but down.
Flap those arms.
You'll
Flap
be
them.
fine.
Okay, I've got an idea.
You're gonna want to pick quick
Yeah.
because you're about to fall.
Can I basically use my second attack? Is there another one within like a short range of me? Another.
Roll me a fate die. Roll me a d20. Let's find out.
Oh, natural 1. Natural 1.
19.
Oh.
There is. You picked one with like a decent cluster.
Yay! I'm going to basically just push a huge amount, as much fire as I can pump it downwards, and try and basically jump in the air to just get onto one of the other ones. I'm trying to
Grab
basically
one and
double
hug it.
jump. Basically trying to double jump, essentially.
Give me a sleight of hand check to see how well you steer yourself.
Sleight of hand. I don't have a sleight of hand. I don't believe. There it is.
Yeah, the sudden panic of it all, the sudden improvisation requires
Oh,
you
that's
to aim
not
it.
Ooh.
You attempt to, but it's easier when you have like a cage and like you can like take your time to direct your hands down. But as you're just throwing your hands back, you don't account for the slight rotation in your momentum from having hit it, and you start to rotate on your axis, your hands flailing a little bit, and unfortunately aren't able to push yourself in the right direction and just miss the second ice cube.
Nah, shit.
Now, unfortunately, you went for the one that was reasonably like close to you, so you have had to like throw yourself to the side to try and grab this second one, but that's also taking you further away from the cage you just jumped from as well.
Can I do something that I have the feats for this?
Yeah.
I've got the full 2-weapon fighter package. Can I try and do it again with my bonus action?
Yeah, I'll say while you aren't able to like push yourself onto it, you get yourself like just under it to attempt to like try and clip onto it with your pick. Go ahead and roll me another attack and damage.
Yep.
And we're not doing indie whip with the vine.
Because I don't have the vine appropriate. I'm wearing it.
Yeah, that's still attached to the
Oh,
body.
not a good one that time. Only a 12.
A 12? You still hit it.
Okay.
How much damage do you deal?
Let's see.
No. Go for small. Go for broke. Don't break it.
7.
7? You effectively bloody it, but it is still just holding on. But you can see cracks forming throughout the entire thing. This is going to pop next round.
Yep.
But you are now currently like very precariously dangling still.
Okay, that's all I needed. Woo! I needed to go. Woo!
I'm not falling, that's the main thing.
I'm not falling back all the way through the lightning field yet.
I don't even need the NPCs for this. You know, the environment's
Yeah, no,
doing
I'm gonna
it.
kill myself.
But the NPCs are about to make this more difficult. All right, Alvina, it seems like your turn.
Me, yeah, that's all I got.
All right, let's see if this Rocketeer dies.
Oh, could I use the last little bit of my movement to like scramble on top of it? Got 25-foot movement left, even with the 20-foot jump.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'm just scramble
It's
like
all
on
about
top
weight
of it.
distribution.
Onto
Yeah,
this very
you assume
rock.
that if you try and stand up on it, it will probably involve some sort of damage check
Yeah.
to see if the more pressurized pinpoint weight destroys it. Right, Rocketeer doesn't die immediately. Is trying to scramble the hell out, but is struggling. Ranger gets up. Let's see, how intelligent is the Ranger to try and mimic Alvina? They didn't see you do it, so they don't get an auto pass. But let's see if they can also come up with this idea. Intelligence is their lesser stat. Okay. I'm pretty sure I also said you could do survival. You know how vines work. Yeah, I'll give.
Yeah, you made me do
this.
survival, which would make sense. I think it was intelligent survival, so is what made me check. So.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give them their proficiency in this because they're proficient in survival. Actually, no, I'm gonna give them expertise because it's literally they're rangers. The one thing.
It's one of their
I'm
things,
gonna give them a lesser die for this. Okay, so yeah, they can easily come up with the same idea. Especially as they like see like just a vine still dangling off one of the higher ones. And they're going to try and thingy this. Let's have a look here. Dex is one of their high stats, so 15 seems like they have to like wait to get one, but they're able to like rope it and try and drag it down. They don't have quite the same strength view. They're much more dexterous. So it's going to take them another round to like pull it down and actually get it to them. But that's going to be the Ranger for now as we go to Fuck You before the aliens. Fuck You, it's your turn.
Okay, so Fuck You is still pushing up against the top of this cage. So move the full 60 into level 5, I believe.
Well, you get it. You're encumbered because you're
Oh, yeah,
small,
so
unfortunately. So it'll be
30.
half movement. But also, I'm going to need another strength check.
Strength check. That's better, huh?
Nice.
Yep. Okay, you're able to continue flying the extra 30. That gets you up to 76.
Yep.
You can dash if you want. That was just your normal movement.
Yeah, solid. Let's go up.
Are you wanting to also kind of just stop beforehand, or are you wanting to like plunge all the way in?
Solid. Let's go all the way in. Fuck You is immortal.
Yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough. As you go in, I'm going to also need a Constitution saving throw from you as well.
Con save. 15.
15. Fortunately, would you like to do anything before I announce the results?
A 17 didn't make it.
No. No, I'm gonna hold off using my destiny for now.
Yeah, you can tank the hit.
It's not the hit you should be concerned about.
Oh yeah, fair point.
Oh shit, yeah, the concentration.
Yeah, maybe you do actually want to use that destiny point.
Yeah, let's use that. No.
Oof.
Ooh. As you take 11 cold damage.
That's not bad. I'm still in my 10 hit points.
Unfortunately, the way the spell of this area works is it automatically destroys any concentration if you fail the check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the winter. There's a spell. It's like winter storm or something like that. Sleet storm? Is it sleet storm?
Yeah.
It just shuts down.
So as you push in, suddenly you feel your skin frosting over, a chill beyond chill running down, seeping into your bones, as your mind begins to fog over from effectively brain freeze. Everyone knows that horrid, painful sensation when it just ice to your very core
Yeah.
So
as your magic falters.
If I was at 76, went up 30, that means only like the top maybe 6 foot of the cage is in level 5, so the bottom should be fine, potentially. If it's 20-foot tall cage.
Yes.
So if I fall down, would I be teleported into the other cage or somewhere else? or is it just when you're moving up?
Let me double check my notes for that one.
God, I want to see you pinball all the way through the cages.
Not to be fair, you do have as your fly stops, because you make a point there. The cages do hover. So you just can't fly further up. But I'm going to assume it like drops back down a little bit into the lightning level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because that's where they're naturally supposed to be hovering. So go ahead and give me a deck save to see if you like just grab yourself in the bar because you weren't expecting to suddenly fall.
Not fly anymore.
Low roll.
So while the cage hovers, you kind of just, because obviously you were pushing up,
Yeah.
you get too much brain freeze to realize that you should clamp down your hands as you start to fall back into the cage. And
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
do I want the cages to work in reverse?
I think if he doesn't, he might be dead.
Yeah, I think it's funny if they work both ways, but they are randomized anyway. So go ahead and roll me a D100 as you fall back through the lip of the teleportation radius. If you're exactly like the one that the height of Gwen, I'll let you fall into Gwen, but unfortunately you don't thingy to end. So you return to one of the lower ones. As you
just grab.
No, because the Rangers one is at a radius of 0, or technically it's halfway away, so it'd be like a radius of 5.
Okay.
So you go down to 19 foot above level 3. I'll give you another deck save here as you kind of like come back to your senses and have teleport away. I feel like falling down to 19 is enough of a 13 is above. Yeah, it's above 13. I'll take it. Just like you can grab yourself. Like it's gonna jerk at your shoulder, and you know what? It's a pretty high fall. I'm gonna give you at least like a D6 fall damage here. Okay. You're gonna take like 2 bludgeoning just from your shoulder being yanked.
You just pull your shoulders like ah.
Just took me down into my actual HP.
And fall do that. But yeah, that's your experience hitting into level 5. You're very disoriented, but I believe you haven't actually used your action though.
Yeah, I did. I used it.
Oh, you dashed. Then unless you want to do a bonus action or anything, I believe that's you.
Bonus action wise, I don't think I've got much that I could do. No.
Yeah. The aliens. We'll do something. Ooh. Yeah, I'll let Gwen go first. Well, technically, I'm gonna get yellow alien go first because he has a 16. You only have a 15. So technically, he goes at the same time as Fuku. The aliens were planning to try and zap one of you. You have laser attacks. So they're just gonna try and Eldritch Blast Gwen, or do the equivalent of Eldritch Blast. It's technically a laser blast.
Laser blast.
And this is their high stat. Does a 19 hit Gwen?
Nope.
Nope. They are level 2s, so they're in tier 2, so they get at least 2 attacks. Let's go ahead and give them another one. There's a 24 hit.
Oh yeah.
And they're lasers. This is their main attack. They're gonna get a nice little damage die bonus. 10 force damage.
Son of a bitch.
As suddenly a laser shoots him from belief, and is your angel concentration?
It is, but you know what? I'm going to use my reaction to reduce the damage by an amount equal to my level. So 11.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's doing that?
That is the armaments of the hero. Tier
Yeah.
1.
I haven't used those for a while.
I-
have you?
I don't get hit often. That's
Yeah.
why.
But let's what's a good effect for like a ray gun? Oh, you know what? They're aliens. I'm gonna thingy all into it. It's actually appears to be some form of suction ray, by which I mean I'm just gonna reflavor the pull towards you effect of Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
So you get dragged 10 feet down. However, because you're obviously, they're shooting you past your angel, I'm gonna give you a chance to like have your angel and yourself like save you for a strength save.
Okay, so
Oh,
if you from my angel.
Not a chance. Your
My
angel
angel
just like
loves
fully
me.
keeps you there.
You shall not move.
Horse
Away from me,
together
father.
Strong. Horse together strong.
But that's gonna be the yellow alien's attempt to like suction ray gun you down. Well, Gwen, it's your turn before the grey alien.
Just whisper down, son of a bitch. And then I'm going to try and get my lovely angel to dash up the 20 feet Alvina kicked me down, and then
Alright.
60 foot across.
All right, are you pushing the cage into level 5?
Yeah, I think so. Because my theory is, it's not going to help with the ice, but it might give me something to try and climb on. Because I can't jump up 20 foot like
You
a
can't
thing.
do 20-foot jumps like some sort of weird monster.
So putting a climbing cage in there might help.
As you push it up, I believe you're also concentrating on a spell. As you push into level 5, go ahead and give me the standard concentration check, or Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Okay, I'm
I
going
think the
to
angel's done.
re-roll that one with my inspiration. Yep, checks out.
Doesn't matter.
The levels only get more dangerous, folks. Wait until you get to level 7. For 18 cold damage, suddenly you two share a similar fate to Fukyu as your mind goes entirely numb with ice.
On the plus point, it is my turn again, so my reaction comes back. I'm taking 11 off it. I will take 7.
But similar story. Give me a
Sleight of hand.
give me a dexterity. It's a dexterity save. Give me a dexterity save to see you don't like slip off the bars and fall down in like your stunning state effectively.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
So, unlike
Yeah,
Fukyu, because you were already like harnessing yourself effectively, instead of your hand letting go of like the balancing bar you were holding onto, it like clamps gripped shut as you get icicled.
All
No,
4 hooves
no,
just
no.
spread out immediately and just spider into the.
Unfortunately, that happens as you get like 10 foot into it, I'd imagine, since you're on top of the thing.
Yeah.
And without the angel pushing, it seems that these cages have a natural buoyancy of while you can like push in, it's starting to fall back down into level 4. Just like sinking back into level 4, almost as if it's like being pushed back underwater.
So we can't steal all the cages and just
No.
leave them with no way up.
So
No,
I
you could
managed
buoyancy
to-
them up like 20 though, that would have given Gwent like a good purchase, but it would have like slowly sunk back down.
So it managed to get up into the level 5 before the cold shock hit me.
10
Yeah,
feet.
because obviously you were halfway in the cage, so it would have been able to get halfway in before the you went into level 5. So it's 10 foot into the level.
Okay, can I climb out of the cage and try and leg it across the cage with my movement?
Yeah, effectively like it's like a ship that's going down as it like you push it up and then you just feel it like slowly starting to like drip back in as you're bolting up the cage. You can get to the top of the cage, which would be 10 foot into level 5, and do something before it falls back into the ocean.
I'm just going to try and run across. Because I figure if I can get closer, I can start stacking up blocks from there, but I've got no chance from over here to get up.
Oh yeah,
So I'm just
remember,
gonna try and leg it.
there's no like platform here.
There's no
All the
floor.
like
It's just
all the
ice
like
blocks.
yeah,
It's floating ice block, floating ice
Oh,
block thing. It's where I was jumping it.
yeah. And remember, all the levels that are like semi-transparent, like level 5 and 4, those just represent like the area. Those are entirely air with things in them.
Yeah, it's why we were using
Jump
level
from
3.
block to block
yeah, like
to
level,
block.
like level 3.
I told you this
was
is a Mario
This
climbing
is a big
platformer.
cylinder.
Then all I can do is just try and take a running leap at a block and pray that I can get it.
Yes, yes,
I will
yes. That's
pull
all
out
you could do.
my quote-unquote trusty
got-
dagger.
6 limbs
And go
to
for
try
it.
and hold on to.
Plus side. Actually, no, wait, but your dex is pretty good. You might still be able to just one-shot one of these.
No,
All right,
I
so
won't
as
because
you-
my dagger, I can't get over 5.
Hey.
That's my max damage for my dagger is 5.
Oh yeah, because you can finesse it. I should use that actually. My first just remembered I could finesse the short sword and do less damage.
I'll be honest, if you went this entire level doing your max damage, I would be quite funny. With eventually like have that realization at the end that you could have been like deliberately minimizing your damage
Yeah.
output. That's the gimmick.
Yeah.
But go ahead and make me
That's how
give me
fuck
an
up a
attack
murder
roll.
hobo.
I like how this level does
13.
punish anyone who has like very high base damage.
Yeah.
13 hits. What's your damage?
3.
3. You deal 3 damage to the ice block, dealing a nice little like crack into it. But you get onto an ice block. What's your strength score?
My strength score is a massive 13.
Oh, it's not than I thought.
You could jump 10 foot. I'll put you up to 20.
Just
you
hanging
jump on the
onto an ice. Like,
Yep.
give Alvin a thumbs up. And like,
Get back to
I'll
where
go
you
on.
were.
Nice.
All right,
I
is
don't know how
that
to jump next. I'm here.
just for you? just because you know, I'm gonna put you at 23 because this is gonna matter in a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you exactly 23 up. You know, because you had that little bit extra strength. Is that your turn, Gwen?
Yep. Just trying to balance.
All right. As we return to Grey Alien,
Gwen's
who
gonna start
aims.
praying.
The Grey Alien looks all the way up. Is aiming their Eldritch Blast. It's gonna squeeze their eyes at you and realize you're just out of their 120 foot range.
Oh, spell sniper.
I think I'd destroy everything if I used my antimatter gauntlet on any of these ice blocks.
Yes.
Big-
Also, no, they don't have Spell Sniper. Eldritch Blast is like defaultly 120.
Yeah, that's actually standard cantrip range.
Oh yeah.
Particularly
It's almost
long
like
range for a
240.
Been a while.
Because it's
To
the
be fair, most spells are 120 unless they're saves or cleric spells.
Because literally, if I do a 1 on every dice, it's still 11 damage.
That's what makes this level fun.
Damage.
we've got the other fists. Remember, you don't have to punch everything with your gun.
No, but if I was to not realize when I rolled the worst, I was like, oh, that was a terrible roll.
Alright,
Yeah.
Yeah, non-zero.
Smash.
see, what's
Oh,
the
shit,
alien
that
going
was
to
a
do?
terrible roll.
What's the best things the alien has in his arsenal?
I mean, surely shoot the ranger.
Shoot the
The
ranger, shoot
ranger's not in lead. Fokyu is no longer a threat. It's now Alvina and Gwent that's 100 foot ahead of them. Wait, what level? Oh, you know what? Alvina's exactly 20.
Yeah, you didn't give me the extra 3 for mine.
You don't get the extra 3.
That's fine. I can actually fly out jump 20 feet, so I get it.
Let's have a look here. Yeah, let's just see if I can suction Alvina down.
Oh, nah, don't worry about it. I was about to say, but
24 to hit.
oh, yeah,
oh.
that hits.
I'm also pretty sure you reckless.
Yeah.
Let's just see if I get 20.
Save the crit. No.
24. And they're gonna deal their D10 plus they get D6 on this for 3 force damage.
Aha!
But they are going to try and suction you down.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, you don't really have a good anchor like a flying angel. So you can keep holding onto your cube, but your cube's coming with you. So you get pulled down 10 feet.
Have I got anything for this?
Throw the cube down at them, slingshotting you back, and try to grab on another cube.
And since they are tier 2, let's repeat for a 8 to hit.
That doesn't.
Oh, but again, you reckless.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead and it's a 3. Oh, that should be a 3, not a D3. We should have one more than that. Oh, well. A 11 to hit.
Still misses.
Alright, so that's the other alien. And that brings us to the cultist, wizard, fighter, a whole bunch of people.
Still barely in level 5, aren't I? I'm not in the lightning field.
No, you're 10 feet into level 5. So let's have a look. Cultist is going to thingy their people up another quarter. Wizard is... What's the movement speed of gaseous form again?
I think it's 60, but I'm
See,
not...
I thought it was 10 foot, so
it's
it's
like really
stupid.
slow, yeah.
Maybe 10 foot.
I thought it was something like 20.
Let me find it.
Gaseous
What's the difference to say
form.
15?
Yeah. Gaseous
No,
form.
it's 10, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
10.
Well,
Fine.
Wizard's going to dash for 20. Get
Yeah.
to 30. Because they are already in 10. That's the wizard. Fighter and assassin are doing their thing. I'll move that on the assassin's turn. That's fine. They're doing a cronk and a thingy up a waterfall. I haven't done the pirate, and the pirate and stuff have had time to get back on their feet effectively, so they're going to start flying the ship back up.
Yar,
And the rogue is also going to do another quarter with their shadow step. I think that's those guys. Oh, they're catching up. Now, if only they can get into level 4 before you guys get into level 6.
Yeah.
But that's going to be...
Is level 6 a
Where to-
solid one, by the way?
Yes, there appears to be tunnels dug through it.
Is that one was kind of hard to
Could be-
tell because level 5
Some
is
purple worms, man. Some purple worms everywhere.
I'm actually half expecting to be gravity wells. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
But that brings us to Zormir.
So, find, recovered. Anything else? Ask them to come, other than come home. Is there anything else you want of us, or can we go back to discussing maybe more of the getting into the research lab, or?
I think that's my main concern. Find my child, make sure they're safe, convince them to come home if you can. Do not lay a harm on their head, their precious, sweet baby head.
Okay, don't punch me in the face. Got it. You'll be sorry.
No visible mark.
Jesus.
I'm not going to start a fight with them. Because I'm going to send Alvina to talk with them. They might be more convincing in that respect, or at least...
Alvina will convince
Let's,
them
Zormir, can I call you friend now? I feel like we know each other well enough now to call you friend.
friends only.
Friend
Yes,
Zormir.
sir.
Let's do a little role play. You know, we come into a situation. Alvina finds Damien.
Yes.
Alvina waltzes in, breaks down a door into whatever hangout they're in. Damien and whatever scoundrels he's hanging out with that week, startled, pick up their crossbows and shoot at them. What does Alvina do?
Probably tanks the hits, and then... Oh, I suppose, yeah.
So let me ask you, does my Damien get hurt, Zormir? I feel like
And
you're
I-
not understanding my main priority here.
Hey, there's a
Then-
slight chance Alvina will go, okay, which one of you is Damien because I'm gonna kill all the rest.
Are you bothered about the rest of them? If they get injured?
What? No, they're bad influences. Damien shouldn't be hanging out with them. He's a grown adult, he can do what he likes.
Okay,
It's the
Alvina.
wrong to do that.
away from me, you bastard!
I suppose I'm probably the better one to go in then. I can tank quite a...
Although, you also probably shouldn't be killing innocent citizens either.
I never said kill. I never... I think we can
I don't think
convince...
you understand how
Fine.
little hit points peasants have, Zormir.
And we're not going
Alvina
to...
has a non-zero chance of punching one and killing them with massive damage.
If they die instantly, it doesn't matter if it's an accident. You can't throw a fireball into a crowded room and then act innocent when some of them die.
I will go in first then. I will
stands a better chance of reducing it to manslaughter.
I will tank the hit and I will not actually retaliate, but I'm saying Alvina should do the talking, not me. I think.
So long as she doesn't
Yes.
kill anyone, or at least so long as she doesn't hurt my Damien.
I'm just expecting, that horrified look where there's a person very haunted, covered in blood, coming back at home. It's like, I brought him back for you, not a hair harmed in his head, covered in other people's blood, and he's just haunted, staring into nothingness.
Also, don't forget, they are part, or potentially part of the resistance.
Yeah, we don't know if we care about the resistance yet.
It depends what they stand for. I mean, if they're anarchists,
Depends what the resist like.
it could go either
Yeah,
way.
if they're anarchists, we might
Isn't-
like them.
Isn't Bastion meant to be like a resistance place as well, though?
Yeah,
No,
but this
Bastion is the
resistance.
rebellion.
Yeah, this is the resistance in the rebellion.
Oh, okay.
Well,
They're the funnel snakes.
I'm just hoping that maybe the Alvina will be maybe inspiring enough a leader that they start following them, and at least I can direct Alvina in the right direction.
Positive influence.
No, that might be more of a problem. Last thing they need is more chaotic influence. Rush, roofs, youths. God damn, that's a tongue
Ruffians.
twister.
You okay?
Hot-headed youths. There we go. That'll
There
work.
we go. This is
Rush
what I'm
roofs apparently is a
expecting
tongue
to happen.
twister.
This is what I'm half expecting to happen, by the way. Just posted the GIF in chat.
Yeah, I've just seen it.
Yes, I do think the last thing that hothead youths require is a powerful, near deity-like unstoppable force that seems to embody their ideals. Basically, I think I'd be more worried about Alvina ending up joining them.
That is also my worry.
Remember the 3 or 4 kids who dress as Alvina after seeing her do anything once that exist in this world now.
And this fear that I might come over too much of an authoritative figure,
There's no
and they.
sense in hell.
Oh, you absolutely
They're not
will.
gonna-
As soon as you
they're not
open your
going to
mouth, they're
listen.
going to stop listening to you.
Yes, and I know. Point,
Have you
can
got
do it.
anyone between the two of you?
Point. Yeah, more.
As you glance over it, the point is just head hung over, drool sniffing from their mouth, just chocolate on their cheek,
Are they
wrappers
as well?
everywhere around them.
Chocolate coma!
Oh no.
There is just nothing but empty wrappers, empty hot popcorn containers, a half-eaten hot dog on the side.
Oh
Hold on, I
god.
can find. I'm certain there's a GIF for this.
I mean,
I
I'm
think
imagining
they're in
the,
a.
the little squirrel thing that ate a bunch of jam donuts.
I think they're in a food coma right now.
Yeah.
We'll have we'll talk to the point once they're less.
Yes, they most definitely are. Look at them. Huh. I'm glad they enjoyed themselves.
This is
Yeah, that's
unusual.
a pretty good GIF. That's a pretty good GIF.
This is rather unusual. I've never known the point to
I know what it is, but that GIF is good.
consume as much as this. They're not as
Yes.
ravenous as Alvina is. This is
Alvina
a
wouldn't
bit
have
out of
stopped.
character.
Alvina wouldn't have stopped.
She should probably speak to them. It's always healthy to check in with your fellow crewmates and make sure you get an idea of where their mental state is. You never know what somebody is dealing with or going through alone that they don't want to burden others with. Sometimes it just requires a little prying to make sure they're okay.
I have tried to offer them therapy sessions. They usually just ignore me.
It's fine, we've got crows.
Jamie,
Yeah, so
that's from a show called Married with Children.
Okay, I have no idea what that is.
Old
Well, yes,
TV show.
as a father, let me just say that it doesn't get easier as they get older.
I think
Oh.
Sure Point is older than Zormir as well, which is kind of great.
Oh, so I've got a bunch of children. That does explain the rebelliousness.
You're probably older than Alvina, at least.
But yes, with that, Lugrim, is there anything you'd like to contribute to this conversation before we take a quick 5-second water break?
hurry up to the bathroom.
Your thoughts and opinions on this, Grim?
If Lou talks to them, they'll join
I'm
a
sure
different resistance.
we can.
Yeah,
reach,
Grim, you have experience talking to large groups and convincing them to do stuff.
Oh, not in
I
a good way,
have
though.
As long as you don't threaten
quite
them
the
with death.
personality on me, so perhaps maybe I should do the talking.
No.
But I'm sure
Yeah.
we could come up with a non-violent way of reasoning.
So in my opinion, these hot-headed youths are quite impressionable.
That's what everyone says when they get hit with a door.
Leaves a very big impression on them.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of impression are you going to leave on them, Mr. Grim?
Door
Lou.
Hopefully, I can make sure he's alright and we can pass that message on. And even better, if we can convince Damien to come back home for dinner with their parents. As Mr. Darkseid has asked us to do.
Yeah, see, Lou here gets it, Zormir.
Insight. I'm half tempted insight, Lou, here, considering what sort of revelations have came along.
You can go an insight if you'd like. I'm sure Lou is entirely innocent here. Lou entirely believes what they're saying. I assume, unless Neil wants to contradict that.
I believe it. I'm being genuine.
No convincing of anything joining your religion, air quotes.
It's fine. I wasn't trying to. I just want to make sure Damien is fine and isn't hurt.
Okay.
Well,
We have two options then. Point when he's not comatose and Lou.
I mean, you've also got another person that's got very high charisma.
Yeah, I know Monica's quite charismatic.
Alright, with that, we're gonna take a quick 5 seconds, cause yeah. Water break.
Everyone, go take the breaks.
Fire break!
Food, water, relaxation.
Yummy.
Take a 5-minute breath break. Breathe.
I thought about saying Monica could be a good person to talk
No.
to Damien, but I was like, no. He doesn't want to hear that.
No. Why'd
He
you say?
knows Monica.
I mean, Monica could convince them to do many things.
All of them in
Yeah,
the
but it's not something you want to say to Mr. Darkseid.
Well, the only person who might be a worse
If he didn't
influence
know
is
you,
Martin
then
and Alvina.
yeah, okay, that would be fine.
Luckily, Fuck You doesn't have full proficiency in persuasion.
Yeah.
There's one
Yeah,
other
that could
person.
make it worse.
One
He's
other
got-
person.
He's got expertise in deception,
Damn.
so he's got
Just-
plus 13 on that.
Just lie.
Come back. Your dad loves you, I'm sure.
I'm
I can
very
see it in his
convincing are
eyes.
you. I'm very convincing are you, Gwent.
Gwen is the worst person because they'll leave the city.
Hey, man.
No, you'll tell them to run and never look back.
Run. Never look back. Stop. Don't
You
come.
should hide better
Right.
than this.
Yeah,
This is
that's-
terrible.
That's right. It's like he
Like,
knows
we found
you're
you
gone.
so easily.
Yeah, it's like he
Run
knows you're.
better.
It's like he knows you're gone. You've got to cover your tracks, claim that you died. There's systems for this.
Monica's
It's
immortal.
so
so-
easy to make a false body. You're
Yeah.
just lazy for not doing it.
Yeah, that's why Gwent's the worst one. Not because
I mean,
they.
you've got 2 arms, 2 legs. That's just easy work.
Yeah. The body's the easy bit. You just go down to the butcher, get some intestines. They always throw them out.
You go to a dentist, you rob them, steal some teeth.
Get some teeth.
Fine, easy. You're just not trying.
There's some deep
You gotta put the
psychological
work in.
problems with Gwent then.
We knew that.
Just because I have a little pouch of teeth means nothing.
It's not the patch of teeth
Exactly.
Are they horse teeth or are they what?
Yes.
I don't have horse teeth. That would be even weird.
Technically, Alvina
That'd be
has.
really weird. He does, but you know,
Technically,
he's
Alvina has.
not carrying them about in his bag.
Alvina has a tooth. Actually,
You
she
have
has-
horse teeth?
No, she has a vampire's tooth.
Yeah, well, that's different, you know.
She has a few teeth, apparently, but there's one very noteworthy vampire tooth that she has.
That you're going to use to stab a vampire with, just like, how do you like this? Ah.
Well, we used it. Well, we used it originally to scry on Junior, I believe, because it was like, and we said that can Alvina have knocked out one of Junior's teeth at some point? Like, yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
Well, can we convince a rebellious teen to come home to Dad?
Yes. All I have to do is destroy all his friends.
Yeah,
Destroy all his
easy
friends.
as pie.
Is it what? What peasants have 10 hit points?
5, I believe.
Yeah, 5.
Something like
Your
that.
minimal
Yeah,
hit's probably
because
gonna
only a
kill them.
handful of rats can like kill a peasant.
Yeah,
One cat can kill like 10 commoners, I believe. Is like
something like that. Yeah.
They have 4 hit points.
Cool.
Alvina can't physically not knock one out per punch.
I mean,
And while
you can like do non-lethal damage.
You can do
Okay,
non-lethal
that's right.
attacks.
non-lethal damage, she's got a good chance. Actually, wait a minute.
My lowest damage is bludgeoning.
She actually can't.
She can't do non-lethal.
No, because I massive damage them with a punch.
That's the lowest damage I can do.
While raging, I massive damage kill them with a non-lethal punch. Because massive damage overrules non-lethal, I believe. See, if you actually do double their max hit points with a single hit, it doesn't matter if it's non-lethal. I think that's just the massive damage rule. So, slight problem there. My minimum damage is 8. They have 4 health.
There, I'll do it.
It's gonna take you a few hits then.
To kill them, yeah. But I don't want to kill them.
Well, no, even to knock them out because they still got 4 hits.
Yeah, Gwent,
You
just-
do 1. My unarmed strike does
Actually, Gwent,
5.
if you hit them, you kill them.
Yeah,
0!
in fairness, I don't have to do blessed strikes.
Yeah, if you do blessed strikes, you've got a very good chance of doing the same as Alvina and just massive damage killing them.
What's your unarmed?
My quarterstaff
No.
will do 7.
That's not
No.
quite a massive damage.
Yeah, but that's close to killing them, and that's just
That's
That's
not
you.
that close. You can non-lethal them if you do 7. If you
Yeah.
do anything more than that, they die.
and yeah, you can do more than that with your quarterstaff.
If he holds it one-handed, I don't think he can actually. You've only got a
It's
strength bonus of
1d6 and 1d8.
Yeah, it's the two-handed is 1d8.
Yeah,
But you've got like 1 strength or 0 strength, haven't you?
I got 0 strength.
Yeah, so you hard cap out at 6 damage. Which is
Okay.
not a kill.
And what can Gwent do that's not a kill?
Just unarmed strike for a 2, or I can hoof them.
What's your hoof damage do?
It's a d4, isn't it?
1d4 plus 1. So I cannot
That's
kill
good.
them.
Yeah, it's a good chance of knocking one out, though.
Your hoof attack's probably better. So it's unarmed. We have to go. Alvina has to stay outside, and everyone else goes in and just punches them.
Well, no, I can do it if I don't rage. If I get angry, I just splatter one with the punch.
Oops.
Guaranteed 8 damage per punch is entertaining. To say the
You're not allowed to rage. You just have to take
If
the hit.
if one of them pisses me off, I punch him and he just splits in 2. It's like hitting a watermelon with a hammer.
Jesus.
Listen, Twain.
What do you mean the barbarian literally punched him once and punched through his chest? She got that.
I mean exactly that.
You got stabbed in the side and wasn't raging, and now is.
I've just realised Alvina against peasants is actually very much like Mortal Kombat.
Finish him.
Over here.
It's like the punches through whole arm in hand. She could actually do the Kalima from Indiana Jones, but with brute strength.
Yeah. So we've established we can knock a bunch of peasants out. We just have to make sure that one doesn't
Well, some
accidentally knock.
of them might be a bit beefier than
Yeah.
just peasants.
Yeah.
What, you think that the son of Darkseid is hanging
No,
out
he-
with not peasants?
But we're not even allowed to hit him.
Maybe.
Like-
They could.
I was gonna say, this is the last thing the peasants see. If you were here, Chris, for a normal peasant, Alvina guaranteed kills them with an unarmed attack if she's raging.
Splatter.
Actually, wait a minute.
Oh damn.
Wait a minute. I actually might be more than that. What's my rage damage at the moment? Yeah, Alvina's actual minimum damage is 9. She more than overkills.
That's not.
Um,
That's
Not
not the
full health.
damage, Lou.
Alrighty,
damage.
is everyone back?
Believe so.
yeah.
That was rolling your hit.
I think so, yeah.
Well, speak now if you're not.
We're all here.
That's better. But I can do a non-lethal, hit them with the butt of a dagger. We have options.
Your piercing becomes bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Hey, if you use bludgeoning, at a certain point, bludgeoning is indistinguishable from piercing.
Well,
Yeah,
your
if you
form
use
of
the butt of
bludgeoning
a
is a
dagger
piercing attack.
And you're not exactly the strongest.
Your raging bludgeon attack is a piercing attack. Oh no, my fist went through them.
Straight through but out the back. It was non-lethal. That's non-lethal.
I'd hate to see what lethal is.
Don't see it. Don't
would I.
ask it to do.
Yep. Alrighty, as we get back into the tournament, we come to the top of the initial round while the ninja does something. Who knows what the ninja does? Alvina, for a second, you could swear that you saw one of the other ice cubicles like 80 feet away from you wobble a little bit. Weird. Alvina, you're currently spreading over an ice cube that is very quickly shattering beneath you. What would you like to do?
Okay. Is there enough? For a very brief instant, I'm able to basically kick off of the ice cube and jump to another one.
Yes, but it will disintegrate behind you, unable to return.
She is
Just
going
make
to do
sure
that.
the fragments don't hit Gwen.
And this is what I'd like to do. Tell me how feasible this is. Alvina would basically like to jump 20 feet to one, jump 20 feet to another, dash, jump 20 feet to another,
Leapfrog.
jump 20 feet to another, and then jump the last 10 feet.
Very feasible. Yes. But I'm going to, of course, need some checks. Now, I have no question about the athletic ability to do this. You just automatically succeed there. But I am going to question your acrobatic ability to not slip onto your face.
Yep.
So go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. I don't believe I've got anything advantaging me on this one. Oh, I'd have to check, but I don't think I do.
Oh, also give me a constitution save because you're still in the ice.
I'll do
And it's
this.
just every round.
22 on the acrobatics. And con.
No.
Natural 20!
Alright. I was looking at
You're
9.
gonna take
like,
you're gonna take half of that for 4 cold damage.
Yeah. I'm assuming this would be that would be the waters one somehow.
It's your internal heating system that's half that.
So as you're jumping from ice cube to ice cube, you aren't able to go perfectly up. As you can imagine, you have to almost go upstairs in a way, but even more difficult stairs because they're vastly spread apart. So you're going more horizontal than you are vertical. So effectively, it's going to cost you like 3 times movement to get there. What is your movement speed?
With a dash, it's 90.
90? You can get 30 feet up then.
Okay.
Because we're going to do like... Yep.
Cool.
If you had to dash, then what would you like to do with the rest of your turn? Effectively, you're just going to be like keeping momentum between rounds.
Yeah.
Because that's how that works.
Yeah, she's like boing, 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 boing,
Like
boing,
you're
boing,
pausing.
Yeah. She's got a bonus action. I'm gonna have like a proper stare at the area where I think I saw the ice cube move. See like any of the other ice cubes in the area. So I've got if I didn't see another one, which might be an idea for that.
Alright, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah. And this is within 100 feet, so I've got like pinpoint vision. Just from the eagle thing. So.
Alright.
14?
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of sway to them. They're not like orbiting the same way the meteorite rocks were. But they could kind of just like bob in this almost like very vaporized light ocean around you.
Bobbing along.
You do catch a couple of ice cubes forming at the edge and then kind of like drifting in, so it does look like the place does regenerate after some time.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you can't just destroy all the cubes.
Yeah. God, if I was a very high-level pyromancer, that would be very funny. Because I'd probably just go, cool, super heat the area.
Let everybody else go first, and you melt all the ice cubes so nobody else can get up.
Yeah. But yeah.
But if that is your turn.
Yes. So basically, use the bonus action to look, essentially.
Okay, Rocketeer's gonna get back up with the Paladin, but they're still all the way down there. The Ranger's gonna climb up their cage, because they've now gotten it. They don't realize about the teleportation, they weren't here. So let's have a look as he climbs through the cage, trying to get to the top. He's gonna find himself teleported 50 feet up.
Boing.
And is gonna be very confused. But I guess I'm like up here. He is going to, now that he's at the top. I'm gonna give him that as a bonus. That seems fair. Let's see if I can shoot Gwen.
That's fair.
Cannot shoot Gwen. Oh, that's the Ranger. The Ranger tried to shoot Gwen. Gwen, you notice some motion beneath you. Who knows what that was about?
Yeah, but the arrow's not even close.
We'll do fuck you then yellow alien. Fuck you!
Depending on the level of the ranger, if it's above 5 they should have a second shot.
Might have a crossbow.
Maybe.
Did something that... No, I'm just gonna give him the one shot for this, because he's got some other stuff that I want to have.
Ranger Rogue.
Fuck you, it's your turn.
Okay, seeing this other guy climbing through the cages, Fucky's gonna do the same. So, because movement is 30, climbing should be half to 15, I think. So that should get me near to the top of the cage and potentially teleported.
Yeah, if you want to deliberately like kind of go through the teleportation, go ahead and roll me a d100.
Nice.
Nice.
You
one.
find yourself teleported up pretty high in the air.
Nice.
You're in the top half.
Cool.
Yep, you at the top of this one.
Roughly how far away is the ranger from me?
He'd be about
50 feet.
Yeah, about to say.
50 feet. Oh.
Well, it'd be
Yeah.
30, it'd be 30, wouldn't it?
Sorry, 50 feet horizontal, 30 feet
Ah.
below you.
Eighty.
And we're dealing with a 3D plane here.
Yeah, but 80-ish.
They're in range.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fire too short bow at them.
Go for it.
You shoot the ranger with an arrow, it'd be hilarious.
17 to hit.
No, not if he's wearing studded. That should take him up to an 18.
Yeah.
One studded, I'm assuming.
But yeah, that.
Yeah, he just misses.
That'd be
Barely.
All right, Fuku, is that you?
Yep.
All right, yellow aliens are starting to get a little worried now. There's now 4 people above them. They had a really good chance this year. They are still more concerned about like the leading people, and it's a tricky one. They're trying to take other people down?
I think Alvina might be actually significantly out of their range now.
Let's see. You know what? They're gonna grab one of these ones that are like next to them. They're gonna take a little bit of damage as they kind of grump into it, and let's see where they come out. And unfortunately for them, they both get teleported different places.
59. 24.
Okay. Technically,
Wait,
Gray would go next.
Is one of them in the same cube as the ranger actually? Because it's about you got 56.
That would be funny.
You know, it's close enough. That's funny.
Yeah.
Cage fight now.
But that's too fair. That's their movement to get in there. Let's see. Let's have a diplomacy check. Oh, I may have pressed the wrong button.
16.
D20, D20.
Oh, D20, D20.
Supposed to be 2 d20s.
Okay, so 32.
All right. Well, the yellow alien puts through a good argument, and the ranger turns and takes aim.
Yeah, the ranger stabs him.
As those two are going to get into a little skirmish over there. Gwen, it's your turn before the alien climbs into the thing and teleports up 24.
Okay. How far away is the closest cube?
From you?
Yeah.
6 feet.
I think I can jump that. Okay. So, just a question about turn order. Do you take the Constitution check damage at the start?
Yes, go ahead and roll me a Constitution save.
Okay. 13.
13? 10 cold damage, and you lose concentration.
I didn't have concentration, but my reaction, I don't take any damage. So, can I jump 10 foot, well, 6 foot, and then can I use my action to use one of Zormir's spider climb charges to make sure I don't fall off?
Cool. Hooves.
I want to do the easiest jumps that eventually will get me there. It doesn't matter time, just easy short jumps because I have no dex whatsoever for this.
No dex, not much strength. You don't want to do it.
Yeah, I'm jumping on ice to ice, so I'm looking
Wins the
for
race.
like the real baby steps. Like if I can stretch over, that's the kind of go I'm going for. I don't have. If I have to go around the whole thing 7 times, doesn't matter.
That is fair.
So you
Slow
are
and steady.
Bambi in it.
All right, I mean it works. What's your speed? We'll assume you're not. We'll just assume you can't dash,
Okay,
which you
80
can't do
foot.
anyway because you're thinking. What is it? 80?
Yeah.
So assuming you're like being careful, we'll say you're doing like half that. I'll let you go like 15. You get 15
Perfect. I'm more than happy with that. Little by little. I'm a
Yeah,
horse on ice.
No
little
check
by
required
little.
because you're being cautious.
Yeah, that is very
Look.
fair.
You know, I'm just gonna round
I
you up
am-
to 40.
I'm fully prepared to lose Spider Climb at the start of next one and then use another charge. This is my plan. I'm just gonna keep like.
It's working. It's working.
But,
All right.
but
I have
for
a-
the one of, I want to get through this level.
Yes, I am not good on ice. This is terrible.
Yeah. It's why I warned you, honestly. It's why I gave you the warning earlier. It's like, Gwen, there's ice up there. Just be
It's a
aware
little
of that.
chilly up
Save
here.
your shit for the ice.
Yeah, but I thought it'd be like ice floor, not there's some floating ice cubes. Different vibe, man. Different vibe.
Because
There's a
Alvina didn't know
big
the exact
difference.
vibe. She knew there was ice up there. That's what she got told.
The alien expends his movement to get in and teleport, and expends the rest of his movement to teleport to the exact same one.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You know what? He's gonna dash. He's gonna try it 2 more times.
Please get another 20s. Just get 20s. Oh.
No.
Oh, he goes up. He's in the same one as fuck you now.
Oh, you know what? That's so close to he's now in the one with Fukyu. He has used his action to
Mr.
dash.
Alien.
Does he do diplomacy and fuck you stabs him?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's do
I
a
mean,
little
I do have a
diplomacy.
reaction, so.
The diplomacy of
Um,
the knife.
No, he's rapier.
Alien says something reasonably convincing to you. He looks at you.
What
You
do you
know.
want to roll?
Oh, nothing. You don't need to be persuaded for persuasion. It's entirely your choice. I'm just gonna come up with something that I think might be persuasive for you.
You think you'll speak calming?
Yeah, everyone does. It's called common.
Duh.
Right, yeah. You look like a goblin who likes to win.
Go on.
I'm mostly doing this to prove myself a compatible mate.
I get that.
If you let me come in second, I'm okay with you taking first, and you can have the cash prize.
Okay. Yep.
It
that's
sounds
fine.
like a proposition in front of you.
As long as you don't try and mate with me, I'm fine with that.
Oh God, no! You're fucking ugly.
Oh.
At which,
Gonna
at,
He's
get
dead
shot in
now.
the head.
at which point, fuck you, stabs him.
He did such a good job, and then he stumbled at the end. Okay, that's apparently the Adventures of Grey Alien. We already did Gwent. Oh, and then it's everyone else before Zormir. Okay, Culta. Oh, they were supposed to go up at the end of after Zormir's turn, so they're already on level 4. God, they're gonna spend around trying to figure out how the hell they get up here. The cultist is trying to just lead his pack now,
Need his followers.
but the cultist doesn't want to get damaged because he's the cultist. So he's gonna tell like all his muscle men to go and get the cage and bring it to him while just taking damage themselves.
Okay, let's see. 19 damage every 5 feet.
Yeah.
The fighter and assassin were supposed to go up on the assassin's turn, so they're also gonna go up on the assassin's turn to continue their way up. These guys get back into level 3 and are gonna take the other path up. And Zormir, we return to you.
Where are we in this discussion? I'm getting a little distracted by the event here.
Yes, it's quite a thrilling one this year. It looks like your party is taking the lead. Be interesting to see how they handle level 6.
Okay.
But anyway, you wanted to, my friend Zormir. Now that we've come to an agreement that you're not going to hurt my child, and if any harm befalls my child, my sweet Damien Darkside, I will make sure you regret it. Let's turn to pleasanter topics.
Please do.
Why does your friend Lou Grimm seem to have a arrest warrant out for him by the Republic? Not that I'm judging, it's very fair. I'm not going to turn you over. Hell, we're not exactly, speaking terms of the Republic, given they want to enslave us and use our souls for food. But,
You're under the same I'm in the same sort of boat here. I want to know exactly why there's a arrest warrant for you anyway, as well. What have you done to...
It's like, that's a very good point, actually. Lou, why are you under arrest warrant?
Lou just shrugged his shoulders. Like,
Don't just
I don't
shrug your
know.
shoulders, man. Come on, give us a...
Yeah, fair dues. You know, sometimes you don't know what you do to upset authority.
Maybe
What did you
insolvent,
do?
rip off them.
I didn't do anything that I'm aware
Insight
of.
check. Insight check.
Yeah, that one is definitely an inside check.
God, stop.
I want a deception check against you, my insight check, to see if I believe you.
Oh, you might want to take that. Actually, you got good insight, right? Lose like 48 deception.
I want to see if I can...
Yeah.
You
What are you
believe
talking
me?
about? Lou's innocent.
Mistaken
Well,
identity.
I believe our good friend Lou here.
Eh,
Quite frankly, only the fact that he has an arrest warrant only makes me trust him more.
Like, remember the other day that the point was getting arrested?
yeah, but that was from here, was it not?
When did the point get arrested?
I think
Oh, no,
he-
that was the
when
giant.
Fuck you was in the tower, in the jail.
That was the giants. Of course the giants are going to try and arrest us.
Oh, in the tower it was Zome that got arrested.
No, remember the prison transport.
No.
Which,
No.
the only time
No one's
the
been arrested yet. The only one not
Only-
arrested.
The only time the point was arrested was when both him and Fade were arrested in the Giants Kingdom.
Oh, yes, that was it. Hey, Alvina's not been arrested.
No, that's not the bit I'm talking about. It was later when Fuck you was in with Ainsworth.
No, that was
and,
abducted, not arrested.
The point started talking to some other prisoner.
They were abducted, not arrested.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, Alvina should be arrested. I'm not arguing that point, but she hasn't been arrested. She's always successfully resisted arrest.
Ah, I said the point, not Alvina.
The point
Like,
hasn't
arrested
been
themselves.
arrested. They maybe they were detained by the
Who
officer.
can tell? Who can tell? I believe you also wanted to discuss research.
Well, I need to improve certain things on my ship. I need to figure out how this technology of this, what is controlling the worms, work. Also, possibly see if I can figure out how to make a functioning portal between my world and yours if we want to rescue everyone away from this world. I mean, I know that you're most likely not going to have the an Arcanite that is probably key to it, because it's very rare, even in my Alterra, as I've only got a small bit of it.
Oh, you mean platinum?
Yes.
Yes, it is quite rare.
I mean, the platinum was in the statue of the...
What statue?
Oh yes, apparently Elysium used it quite abundantly.
So if we can find more Elysium relics, maybe we can find more platinum.
Check that
Maybe.
down.
It would make sense. It would explain the origin of the platinum ooze that we discovered in the Elysium catacombs to the south. The giant dungeon I was telling you about, that you need the Elysium blood marker to activate.
Yes.
If I was a betting man, I would say exploring Elysium dungeons would probably be the best way to find resources such as that and note out other advanced technologies. I mean, you are most likely to die doing so, but
That is a risk I am willing to take.
For a good cause.
Valid. It might be actually the safer option than actually going to the place of the Arcanites.
Yeah, we're already doing plenty of suicidal things. This is just adds to the list.
But
Yes.
PM half a second before I posted it. Nice.
They're both just running at the same time.
Yeah. Best part is they're desynced as well.
Pazurmi, was there any other questions you wanted to ask before we go to Lou?
no, oh, Lou. You might have questions.
Lou, is there anything you want to say?
That's a concerning. Oh, is that the other
It's
guy's
very
roll?
concerning.
No, that's the other people's rolls. I just saw 4D100 rolled and I was terrified.
That's where they're teleporting to.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can think of.
Poor Paladin.
Now, you know, technically the Wild Mag also goes in here.
There isn't anything you want to ask. I mean, your teleportation.
Ah, yes. Do you happen to know if the paperwork and license has come through for the circle of teleportation I inquired about?
Yes. Do you happen to have an area that's heavily defensible, that so should any hostile armies come through your teleportation circle, you would be able to easily defeat them?
Well,
Yes.
I didn't specify. I didn't specify a place because I didn't know where the best place was, and obviously I didn't want to just choose a random place and not tell
Middle of the
anybody
street.
about it. So I was
Middle of
leaving
the-
that to the proper department.
Oh no, to clarify, we just inspect the place that you come up with and see if it's properly defensible so you can get a license. There's also certain power requirements. I think only even a few of you would even be required to meet such, and I think collectively as a group, you more than meet the power requirements of an organization to have the license of defending a portal. But it's the area that would be an issue. Now, I have seen from your paperwork that one Abigail Charwood has petitioned for a small parcel of land just to the far east? No, west. No,
North.
west.
Where's west?
To the west of the Shadow Coves. Apparently, it has a small docking.
Station.
Station
Or
in it as well. Although it looks to be incredibly run down. If you can get the resources to mend it up and create a defensible area for the portal, I'll be fine to sign off on your request.
Defensible place. Hydrant.
I think I should be able to do that if Abigail has selected a good place. I trust her judgment.
Hell, if Alvina gets any more pets, you could fund a small army of little monsters.
I thought it was access to the Bastion teleportation circle rather than set up our own one.
Apparently we're setting up our own one. I've always been
Bastion
like,
doesn't have one. Various organizations within Bastion have one. You'd need to join one of the factions for that.
I'm doing it in the most legal way possible.
And Lou petitioned to be able to build one because he has the spell.
Fair enough.
So he has the spell, wants to use the spell. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And I want to do it legally.
Yeah.
You know,
In
it
the
takes
cave.
yeah, you know, it takes like a year to set up a teleportation circle, right?
Doing it yourself, yeah.
Yeah, and before you know it, a year will pass and you'll have a teleportation circle back to your farm. Eventually, once you do traveling, you'll be doing like time skips of like a couple weeks. Well, I guess that comes in from. I'm pretty sure Lou needs to be there.
Oh no, we can have
I
a
was gonna say,
hilarious.
but I've got the
We
Brothers
can have a hilarious
Grimm.
one. It's like, okay, we have a year time skip in this like bit where Lou is
Well,
not here for a
think
couple
I
weeks.
think it's literally the wording is if you got it in the same place every day for a year, it becomes permanent.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to specifically be the person that wants to get to the circle.
If we find
so-
anyone else who also
so,
has it, we can
yeah.
alternate.
So multiple people could be
Secondly,
doing it, as long as you know the glyphs to get to that portal.
Yeah, I'll probably work something out where simply because they are literally your warlocks, where if you're willing to give up the spell slot every day, you can like channel it via your cult to do it.
Oh, yeah, they ritual it basically, like between all of them, they channel lose power.
Yeah,
and
while
make
just
it.
like siphoning their patron's power.
Yeah.
Or
There
just
is
a
actually a
creepy
warlock
circle.
ability for that, I think, isn't it? It's like it gives you like 1 6th level spell or something like that.
That is a little bit in the future. First, you need to first the DM needs to actually draw out the farm.
Yeah.
Then you need to upgrade the farm, and then you get a second building off. You get to build a ship, and you get to build a farm to dock your animals and ship.
you can create
And then you
a
get the
permanent
teleportation
circle by casting the spell in the same location every day for 1 year.
It's your power casting it at least, so it'll be fine. Eventually, the farm
Alright.
is going to be defended by like Abigail's family, Alvina's monsters, and Lou's cult.
Let's have a look. Fuck you. A wild man has just clawed up into the cage that you're in.
Yep, and he called me ugly.
No,
No,
the
that
other
was the
guy
alien.
called you ugly.
Oh.
There's now a half-naked caveman in the same place.
Yeah.
As you're
He's a
stabbing
wild
the
man.
alien.
As this rather brutish barbarian fellow looks up at the two of you. Oh, I seem to have interrupted something. Is this like a free-for-all anyone can join in, or is this personal?
Well, I mean, he just called me ugly, so. Are you gonna call
Right,
me ugly
right,
as well?
Do we get a brawl?
He wants to fight.
He's a
What
wild
do
man.
you mean
He's just
wrong?
there for a punch.
The wild man's like just a grin starts forming on his lips. Well, in that case, little goblin, you're the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Hey! Fight time! Literally, I
Jokes on
imagine.
you, I'm immortal.
I imagine 100% on the screens it now just says cage fight. Just like spots up on the monitors.
As the barbarian's gonna rage
Yay!
Oh, fuck.
and take a swing at fuck you. To be fair, that's only a 16 to hit.
16 is my AC.
Yeah, he's got
Oh
nice.
god.
God, how the hell does like a barbarian attacks work again? What's their unarmored? Do they get a D6 for unarmored? Or from
Oh no, on the
improvised?
attack. No, they don't get any bonuses on an attack, but while they're raging, they just get a flat damage bonus.
Depends on
Depending
what
on
kind
the
of barbarian though. I think there is one that does.
If he's a beast barbarian, he can get like an animal.
Well, you're very
aspect.
unlucky. He's gonna give him a little bit of a D6.
He's a punching barbarian.
He's a punching barbarian. He gets a flat extra dodge. I'm gonna go +9. There we go. 10 bludgeoning damage. He's gonna come in again for 25 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits.
Oh, actually no. He's gonna come in for the second. He's gonna attack the alien. He's supposed to hit both of you.
Yeah, he's hitting everyone. He's punching up.
Yeah, he's literally just like, oh, fight.
He's
Cool,
just swinging.
Sweet, this is what I came here for.
Cultist. One second. Cultist has to make a persuasion check to see if he can convince these people not to kill him. He does have advantage on this. This is his main skill, so he'll get a high die on this. Okay, it's not too bad.
It's not that
That's a-
natural one that you're on first. Good thing you had advantage.
Yep, it's a 17. So they're not gonna attack him. He's kind of dissuaded the conversation a little bit, but he's not completely convinced them yet. I believe that was everyone. The orc and the knight are now on their own. Everyone else has moved up. The gnome is slowly making progress. Alvina, we are back to you.
Okay,
Another Constitution saving throw against the frost.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ouch. 26.
You take it, so only half damage for 10, and another acrobatics check if you're going to continue climbing up the ice cubes.
She's gonna try. 26 again.
26 again. You do so. Remind me of your movement if you're dashing. It was 90, so you get
90.
30 up.
Another 30, which means I'm at
70.
Yes, I'm getting there. And I'm gonna have another bonus. Just look around where I saw the moving thing. See if I can spy. Because I've got a feeling the ninja might be up here. Because I imagine he's competent. And I haven't spotted.
Go ahead and give me another perception check.
Come on. 23. That's better.
23. You feel like you see a slight wibble in like one of the highest cubes right before it gets to an opening in the solid glistening ice above you. As you see like a small almost like scrape of ice kind of fall down from the entrance into it. It seems like they are above you.
Can I make... So technically this is not a normal thing, but can I, for a narrative-y bit, just make a firebolt shot at it with the bonus action? I'm fine taking like a big disadvantage for this if you like.
Yeah, give me a disadvantage attack.
Yeah. Firebolt, public roar with disadvantage. 11, yeah.
11? Yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, you're just too focused on your footsteps. While you're going up there, I mostly only care about the ranger, who... Let's see. Ranger doesn't want to fight these guys, just hates the alien. Can you get rid of those two? How desperate is he for this? He is unlucky, unfortunately. Okay, so let's go ahead and shoot Gwen.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, natural 20.
Ow.
Damn
You
it.
gotta feel that one, I think.
Well, that's the thing, Gwen. You do feel it, but it's not as painful as you might expect. Suddenly, you seem to have just a just kind of smacking against you. You feel the impact. It's, you know, you're still being like hit by a bludgeoning, but as it explodes, you feel a tightening around your body as rope spawns out and grapples you.
Oh, rope shot. Cool.
And you hear as you kind of glance back, you see just with their face kind of like starting to sparkle with like electric scars over their face, the ranger literally grapple, like propelling themselves up to you through the lightning.
Damn, that guy's dedicated.
That guy's dedicated. Let's see, he's moving like 50 feet, so I gotta do a lot of damage calculations to see if he survives this.
The other hilarious bit is, because you've got spider climb on Gwen, you're a great anchor.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And it's not like I'm going to release it just to get this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, use me as a rock, you ranger boy. It's fine.
So he can only move 30. Ooh, that's quite a lot of damage. Per 10? Okay. So it'll be times 3, so, 9. Takes 41. He is going to use his reaction to half that for absorb elements, but he's still going to take 20 damage.
Painful.
But he's going to go 30 feet up. He's going to go to 82.
He's got a lightning hit now as well.
Yep. But he is 82 foot up away. He is just like abandoned the cultist and alien. He doesn't want any part of the cultist thing. He wants to get away from the alien. And he actually has his anchoring point now. So that's going to be the ranger as he uses Gwent to help him.
So I'm just wrapped in rope, attached like some kind of weird volivant at the top.
Yeah.
It will take either an action
You're
to
like a
like
head
cut it
crab.
free of you.
You're like one of those things in the what's it called things in Half-Life.
Yeah, but it is rope though. I can chew it or something.
Yeah, it just takes an action to eventually degrapple yourself or like a misty step to get out of it. Or
Okay.
like a, I guess,
Pretty much anything that would
thingy
work.
movement. Yeah, like anything that would get you out of a grapple check.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Yellow alien's turn.
Also, hilarious enough, if you do it, he might just be decoupled
Oh.
from you, in which case he falls 60 feet and takes.
Oh, 82 feet he falls.
A lot of lightning damage is the main bit.
You know what?
Okay.
Yellow alien is going to buy into the cultist and is going to help the cultist.
Alien cult.
Let's see, they're at 60. Yeah, they're going to... I can't take anyone with them. I'm gonna come back to the alien a little bit. Fukyu, it's your turn. There's a raging barbarian trying to get into a brawl with you, and the alien that called you ugly.
Barbarian's trying to get in a brawl with everyone.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Well, at the minute, fuck you has kind of forgotten about the alien calling him ugly because the barbarian just whacked him with his
And called you ugly.
Yeah. Called me ugly and then punched me.
A goblin mating ritual.
Yeah.
No, it's a trollish mating ritual, clearly.
Ah, my apologies.
Yeah.
So, fuck you is so what kind are they? Just like a normal human or wolf or what do they look?
The wild man? Yeah, I'm just gonna make him a burly human.
Well, human. Okay. So
Imagine one of those like Lord of the Rings wild men that attack like Rohan in.
So, fuck you is gonna draw out his rapier and try to stab him.
Yep, you'd have advantage because he reckless.
Okay, lovely.
Probably not.
Yeah, we can assume that the barbarian has at least some con to him.
He
and
has at least 12 con.
Yeah.
And has maybe a little bit of dex to get his AC up there.
Bonus
Heck.
action.
Reroll. I'm giving you my destiny. I'm not using it. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's roll.
roll one.
That's a bit better. 30 to
20!
Yep, 20 hits.
Okay, so this is going to be 12 damage. I'm also going to chuck a soul knife into that as well. Psychic blade is for 5d6 to add an extra 30.
Oh.
Yeah. Low roll, but
Yeah.
it's still psychic.
Still psychic damage.
That's what.
Alright, you doing anything else?
25.
But you didn't roll your.
Yeah, did you roll your rapier damage?
Oh no, yeah, the break
it's
is above
12.
it. It was on the original one.
Oh, it's above. Okay.
As you do this, you just deal so much damage to this wild man that he loses his grip. You can see kind of blood just kind of starting to drop out of his nose. His eyes kind of roll back for a moment as he starts to fall backward. Would you like to do anything to stop him falling back?
No.
I'm not gonna lie, I was fully expecting you to
I
say
push him.
Berserker and just counter attacks you.
I'm waiting for you to say you're on the wall now.
Let's see. I think he actually falls back into the orc's cage. So let's have him
I mean, we
fall.
were on the bottom of the cage, so. Or at least fuck you was. So unless he was attacking me from
It might have been
like,
flipped.
above.
It might have been flipped, this particular cage, because I'm assuming they're like spinning around. So.
Yeah, just to make it more annoying to climb.
Yeah. Adds just a bit of extra to the challenge. Right? So.
Why don't you let Fukyu decide? Was he at the bottom of the cage or the top of the cage?
I mean, fuck you was at the bottom. If he was at the top, he could have like fallen.
No, he would have been in the same half as you. So, alright, Fukyu's decided. Wild man's fate is he starts plummeting down.
Zap, 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 zap.
To be fair, if anyone's gonna survive the 80 foot, okay.
The 80 foot fall damage and the 80 foot of lightning damage, you might not.
Yeah.
Let's see, it's 26 bludgeoning damage.
much lightning did he take?
It's for every
5 feet.
10.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Oh, it's 10 feet.
Last week it was 5 feet.
24 D10.
I don't think he's not.
Ow.
That would have downed Alvina in pure lightning damage from full health.
He takes a combined total of 100 and... Oh, wait, no. He takes half
47.
bludgeoning.
Oh yeah, he's
He takes 158 damage.
58. Oh yeah, because of the stabbing.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's resistant to the piercing as well, actually.
Oh yeah, I would have taken slightly less as well. But either way, he is definitely unconscious. If maybe potentially dead. He's a barbarian. He does leave.
At least the ground is rubbery as well. So.
Yeah.
Bounced.
He's unconscious. It'd be
He
like
bounces back up.
it'd be like landing on a what's it called? Bouncy castle from like 100 feet up. You're alive, but you're definitely out cold.
I was thinking more of
Yeah,
a gym
you're
crash.
winded.
No, Crash might be dead.
He's a barbarian. It's fine. And there's a stabilization field. He doesn't insta die, and that's what matters. The alien just kind of like looks down at the fallen wild man, looks up at Fukyu.
You know, now I think about it, you're beautiful.
How dare you! How dare
You just see sweat like dripping down the alien's
Yeah.
forehead.
Fuck you essentially just took out a barbarian.
Please don't kill me.
You mind broke a barbarian, to be fair.
Um,
How did you? You're expert in knowing how barbarians fight. You've seen Alvina. It's like, go for the brain! Don't go for the body, go for the brain!
The weak point.
Yeah, that we
but
just...
Fukyu, is there anything you'd like to do the rest of your turn?
Would I be able to do an intimidation on this guy
I
as well?
think you did.
I'm the alien.
Jump! It's time to jump!
On the alien, just, yeah.
Get out. Get out.
My cage.
Can I go through the teleportation?
I mean, it's only a 14, so...
Does he get advantage for taking a barbarian out?
I was just gonna let you have it.
Ah, yeah.
Look at pick up barbarian. There's something you don't need to intimidate.
Yeah.
Leave.
Okay. The alien just fucking starts scrambling for like the midway point. And is gonna teleport all the way down to the bottom.
Next to where the wild man is, please. He's in that cage, just next to.
Yeah, there you go. Go over here.
Hi.
If you're on the bottom, technically he's in the top half now. Goes top to bottom. Alright, that was the alien. Then we then get to Gwen. Gwen, there's some rope around you, and you're apparently now hauling a ranger.
Well, good news. Right at the start, very, very start, a couple of sessions ago, I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself? No, Freedom of Movement.
Freedom of movement, so you can't.
Yeah, so I'm just going to shimmy out of the ropes, costing me 5 foot of movement. Does the ranger fall?
Interesting. It's not concentration. Yes. I can't think of any reason why it wouldn't. So yes.
He's climbing a rope that's not attached to anything anymore.
I mean, he has like a couple seconds while he Coyote there as like the rope starts descending towards him.
He's just
I
watching
just want
the
to give
rope
him like
fall down
a little
past
wave as he goes down. It's like, bye.
He's gonna try and get a chance to like save himself on the fall down. So let's go ahead and just give him a little deck save here. This is main stat.
Another trick
Yeah,
arrow.
he saves
Ooh,
himself.
damn.
He not only saves himself, he was right next to the 80-foot cage that he just fucking like jumps and grabs.
Nice.
Doesn't even take any lightning damage. Doesn't even technically move 10 feet.
Yeah, he didn't move.
Just sidesteps like 2 feet to the side. Got 28, mate. What can I say? The dice decided.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like it's just perfect.
Dude got a nat 20 and nearly rolled maxed on his like extra dice as well.
You just see as you glance down, the ranger narrowing his eyes at you.
You have made an enemy this day.
But go ahead and give me a Constitution save as you start your turn for the cold damage.
Hey!
Oh, so that means I keep my spider climb.
You still take half the damage for 9 cold. Still nippy.
Yep.
But yeah, you still got it.
nippy, but that's. Oh, so 9, and I'll use my reaction to take it down to nothing.
Is that just infinite? Jesus.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh no, sorry. Tell a lie is only once.
Oh.
Shit. Well, I'll take 10 damage off him last time then, and 9 damage off him this one.
You know what you think? Think you are some sort of like.
Yeah.
You're not even at tier 4 for the armor yet.
I was literally like, Jesus, like, that's very strong.
Right, so since I still have my action, can I try and do a slightly quicker pace rather than
Yep.
15 foot?
Like a stealth dash.
Yeah.
Stealth dash.
Yeah, all right. What was your combined movement if you dash?
If I double dash, 320.
320. So we're gonna half that obviously because you're like stealth dashing. You're like half dashing for what is that? 160.
Yeah.
And then so three a third of
half
that.
it again because ice.
It's a third for the ice.
Fair enough.
So was that one? It was 160. What's a third of 160? Like 50? Yeah.
53.
Yeah, 50.
All right. You actually, I think you, yeah, you're now higher than Alvina. You're at 93 now. I was gonna be at 90. You're at 90.
There was just a blur of the motion of a horse, and then what?
Like, look, there's a ranger coming up behind us. He keeps shooting me.
Yeah, it's fair.
Like,
He's still at
feel free to
82.
spear him when he comes up.
You're still within range of him. It's definitely a good shot next time. All right, Quiet, is that your turn?
Oh yeah, that's me. Used everything. Yeah.
Alrighty then. Cultist and Alien are going to do their thing. They're just gonna spend some time like equipping this cage with jets. So I'm gonna give them another round before they like shoot up. Gonna take them time to equip the cage with jets. That's them. What's Wizard been doing? Oh, Wizard's just going dashing to 50. He's now halfway through the level. This has not been a good one for Wizard. The Fighter and Assassin get up this round. These guys are going to start slowly making their way through. The Rogue gets up this round, and the Wild Man's dead.
And the damn gnome.
Yep. Oh yeah, the gnome goes up another 20. He's getting there. He's halfway through level 2. Just you wait. He's gonna fucking do it. If all of you die, which
The gnome
Wild
can
Man
win.
already has.
One person's already been incapacitated.
I mean, 2 people have almost died already.
Yeah, level 4 and 5 are like the most dangerous ones before you get to 6 and 7. Like it ramps up pretty high. Alrighty then, Zormir, it's your turn.
Okay, back to the discussion. Holy shit. That Gwen certainly moved there.
Yeah, it's quite a speedy one. What's Gwent's story? Are
They're
they from your world?
No, they're from here.
Shut up! I am from your world.
But they
Not from
definitely want to
Bastion.
retreat to me, our world.
Interesting. Do you know what their story is?
Enough to say that they've definitely seen some things here. Some of the more horrible things here. But they're a very good healer, and as you can see, very fast. So, I trust them. And I will do everything I can to help get them out of here. They're also learning to fly my ship, so I at least have a competent extra pilot.
Competent. She's just reckless.
Yes, you know you
Kind
probably
of
should.
stabs your competent bit.
You probably should find a crew to man that for when you're not aboard. Doesn't really help in a getaway if most of the people occupying the ship are off on the adventure. Who's gonna hoist the sails and steer?
We'd have to
And
find
man the
people.
cannons.
We'd also have to find some people who aren't afraid of dragons.
Oh yeah, she'll want to talk to the Goldheart about that. They're always looking for, what do you call it? I guess rites of passage for their new initiatives. It's every Golden Heart's honor to go out there into the fold and come back not dead. It's a shame most don't come back. Really, I feel like the Golden Heart should have a more or a less dangerous presence, but it help alleviate some of the more hot-headed ones, those who don't find their ways into underground activities.
And I would see it as a challenge for them to survive our airship, considering Alvina's pet problem. I wish she would not. Pet problem. Pet problem. She seems to keep on thinking my ship is some kind of daycare for all her.
Hey, at least my pets haven't tried to kill anybody with an axe yet.
Not pet.
Yes, well, I'm sure Yubi has a host of new recruits that she could lend you.
Well, as long as they're more competent at that bloody elf at flying, then
I can fly, you rat bastard!
Well, I can't vouch for that. I'm only mortal, Zormir.
Well, if they can keep themselves alive and not die to our ship, then they've done well.
Well, I also can't guarantee that. That's the point of the initiation, isn't it? If they can survive it, they get to join the Golden Hearts. And get sent on even more dangerous adventure. You know, I'm not really quite sure why people sign up to the Golden Hearts, but it's one of the more popular factions, so who might argue? Personally, I have a preference for the Dark Feathers. It makes more sense.
On the bright side as well, if they don't manage to pass initiation and die on the ship, we spend less on monster food.
I suppose
the pets.
I suppose it's the problem of being stuck underground. Some people can't sit still.
Yes, but you know, what awaits out there is, quite frankly, just suicide.
You haven't died yet.
Zormi, I feel like if we apply the rules to everyone else that applies to you, quite frankly, civilization will collapse within the day.
Not wrong.
Let's not have the 4 hit point peasants go running around against giants now, shall we?
No. I mean, we need to get some of them more to the adventure level and strengthen these people. What do we need to do that? That is something we must establish.
To Alvina's fitness regime video. My brain immediately went to.
If we
yes,
if we can
no, we don't really subscribe to that mentality. Between you and me, I know there are a few other cloisters out there who do. Your friend's attempt in the mirror realm is one such who believes that every citizen should fight, but no, I think it's best we leave fighting to the fighters. There's plenty of home activity to be done. To forcefully conscript every citizen, Zormir, leaves a distasteful flavor in my mouth.
I'm not saying conscript everyone. I'm saying that we arm the people who want to fight a bit better, if we can.
Right, so those who make their way to the Golden Hearts.
Yes, make sure they're not going to go out there and die. So if they can survive a ship, they're doing well.
If you can survive a ship, you can survive anything.
Because
chaos reigns.
And if we can find ways to force the elements to fight each other and weaken them. We're doing
It
well.
won't, it won't happen, Zormia. We've attempted to, but the distances, the reason that the war went cold in the first place still persist. Distance. Neither faction has an interest in tactical long-distance fighting. Too many requirements, too much logistics in terms of supply lines. Maybe once when you could teleport towards the other end of the cosmos in a single spell, it might have been more ambitious of them to fight wherever, but nowadays I fear not. So long as the universe remains shattered, they're going to stay within their own realm. Taking months to travel to a battlefield just leaves too much time for cool heads to prevail. And they've already consolidated power in their regions, now they gorge themselves on their fruits of their labors.
So stealing the fruit of their labors might be advantageous for us then?
Maybe we've tried to inspire uprising in various factions, but each has its own difficulties. The Republic is practically impossible to. Their psychological warfare far too strong. The Empire's propaganda is appealing to most, especially when they can convert their eyes to those who don't meet up with the standards. There's always a justification built into it, you see. And the monarchy, well, quite frankly, it's hard to muster the courage when you're facing down a dragon. That one has a little bit more promise, but well, it's the visuals, you see. Bloody giant mountain-sized elementals, fierce dragons and giants. It just any resolve we do quickly muster very quickly falters in a breath.
Yeah,
Particularly one that's burning.
Well, I don't think it'll stop Alvina. In fact, she might want to.
Hasn't so far.
Quite frankly, I think she'd just want to see if she could
Pet it. She grew up with dragons.
No, the best way is to slowly corrupt. You strike not at the brute force of the strengths of each of the empires. You use subterfuge to slowly weaken the foundations, allow their own weight to crack their systems.
Unfortunately, I don't think my party's very strong at subterfuge.
No, I also don't think they're willing to wait out a couple thousand years while the plans unfold.
I think we're more of a hit it on the head and hope that it doesn't get back up again.
Yes, well, you could always do what the rest of the Golden Hearts do and try to find the fabled lost city of Elysium.
That does intrigue me.
Put it on the list.
I believe it's already on my list of a place to go.
If you believe the hopes and dreams of those with too much time on their hands, apparently the city remains somewhere fully intact but dormant. Lost during the siege, but protected in its own demi-plane once they kind of siphoned it off.
Well, anything to do with this artificery, give me a crack at it. I'll do my best to find it and bring it onto our way.
Some say it even has its own portal technology, and that if you can find a similar device along with the right address, you could find yourself in that demi-plane with an entire city of the most advanced Noid technology this universe has ever seen. If you believe the rumors.
For the audience, do you noticeably see Zarmir's eyes actually sort of sparkling and going,
yeah.
And almost a drool like when Alvina is hungry when he hears all this, and he's just like, oh, the possibilities.
There we go. There's the picture. There's the picture.
But yeah, so I mean, it's inspired entire just generation of was effectively treasure seekers trying to find the various Elysium outposts. Trying to piece together the fragments. Apparently, one of the surviving members of Elysium, or at least a surviving group of them, apparently dispersed between the outposts, and each one held a piece of the overall activation key. If you could find each vault, effectively, each outpost, each dungeon, find the piece of the puzzle in each of them and piece it together, you'd be able to reach the famed demi-plane with the Lost City.
Yep, I'm going there. You can't stop me. That is my mission now.
Cool.
In that case, I'd recommend the Elysium outpost we have in the dungeon back there.
Oh, we're already planning on heading there anyway.
This is let's
okay,
watch the
Bob?
match. Let's watch the match. Let's not talk too much about it.
Luke
I
Grimm, is
might
there anything
end
you'd
up
like to-
leaving and going there right now if you talk too much more about it.
Luke Grimm, is there anything you'd like to add to this conversation? Or start any conversation of your own? You can ask anything if you want.
Neil.
No, it was good. He's just trying to take everything in that's been said. Lost City, or rumors of that. Lost City.
Famed Lost City of Elysium, home of the ancestors.
And just slightly shakes his head about how excited Zormir is.
Alvina, give me a Constitution saving throw against the code.
26 again.
Right. 6 cold damage. And give me, I assume, an acrobatics check for your final leap up.
Come on, get a good one. No.
Ooh, you can have
Hmm.
my inspiration.
Thank you. Even worse.
Worse.
The gods.
As you get halfway up, let's see, which one do I want to do here? Let's go with the lack of other options. You find yourself at the end of your momentum, and it seems that there is no additional ice cubes between you and the hole up to level 6.
How far
You
is the
find,
jump?
I'm gonna say you got 10 feet up. I'm gonna say 30 feet.
Yeah, but you were about to say 20 there, weren't you?
Nope, don't know what you're talking about. Right, 30 feet. 30 feet. You gotta put some effort to this.
Okay, Alvina's gonna make a proper full-on jump then, where they roll athletics and see how much further they can get. And can I use a blast of fire behind me to try and get further? Please. Basically, can I?
Yeah, I'll allow it, but it will cost obviously your action and stuff to do so.
Yeah. Basically, I was asking that I get basically an advantage on the athletics.
I'm gonna say no only because your acrobatics was so terrible that I'm not gonna impose disadvantage.
Okay. I think I lowered my health as well. I think I was just clicking other things and accidentally lowered my health. No, yeah, I was right. Okay, I am right. Okay. 20.
That's fair.
Alright. So even though your acrobatics was terrible and your foot starts to slip and the fact you have you're kind of balancing there, having to make a snap decision as you're tilting forward with your sheer momentum, you're able to, with the gust of fire behind you, push yourself the remaining distance and just grab on to what appears to be a small insulated grip at the bottom of level 6.
Nice.
You are now next to one of the little holes.
Cool. Can I look into the hole? What do I see?
You do.
Do you want to?
It appears to be a tunnel up through the ice. The ice itself appears to be opaque and almost has a metallic glint to it. This doesn't appear to be normal ice. But as you look up, you see into just kind of darkness before it kind of curves down to the side out of view, just because it snakes through the complex. But it appears just to be a very smooth wall. There doesn't appear to be any handhelds, and the walls itself kind of look slick, not wet, but again that metallic slickness, almost like a vent. As you look up into it, there are no handhelds in the hole or the tunnel itself, but there does appear to be several handholds just at like the bottom of level 6 next to all the holes.
Okay. Can I basically light my hand with fire and just touch and try and like push my fingers into the metal?
As you do so, steam erupts from your hand as it seems to just almost freeze over from the ice.
Ice burn.
It doesn't hurt you, but it does extinguish your flame at the touch.
Yeah, I assumed it wouldn't be that easy. She's basically gonna go. I still got the ice bit.
Oh, as you also touch it, it also seems to be incredibly solid, as if you are touching metal.
Yeah, I assume. Okay. Do I have some? I've got a feeling I've got something for this, but I'm not sure what.
Hey, but remember, it did cost your action to do the fire bolts across here. I'm also assuming most of your movement too.
With
It would've
the
been,
thirding it, so it would have been the 10 feet was the first part, right?
Yeah.
Which the third, so I've been that 30, so I'd have 15 without dashing. I'd have 15 feet, basically, of movement to spare. So I'd have a little bit of leeway, basically.
Don't think you also technically jumped at 30 feet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I would have
So,
had to dash. So, yeah, I would have to dash for it, yeah.
So we're just kind of giving you the extra movement as you're jumping effectively.
Yeah. So
But
basically,
we'll come back to you next round
Yeah.
as you so you have time to think about how to get up.
she will be prepping if Gwent tries to walk past, though. She's got an idea if Gwent tries to go past. I won't stop you, don't worry, Gwent. It's nothing bad.
Just jump on back of Gwent.
Yes.
All right, let's see. The only one I really care about here, I'm just gonna stop caring about the bottom ones now because they're not as much of a threat. They're mostly there just to add flavor and thematic.
Paladin is drowned.
We can all feel bad for this paladin who never got off level 1.
Poor bastard.
But I mostly care about the ranger because they are still within shoot range of Gwent. So let's go ahead and see if I can get another attack on. Ooh, nope. Critical fail. So that's gonna take the ranger out of that shot. The aliens have all gone off, and the cultists and Yellow Angel are gonna blast up to 5. I don't really care about the rest now, assuming Fukyu can get up the remaining distance. We'll put enough distance between everyone. Fukyu, it's your turn.
Would you be willing to allow Fukyu to turn into a creature from Wildmount?
If there's a likelihood that you would have seen it, sure. What is it?
It's a creature called an Old Croaker. It's essentially a giant toad.
Old Croaker. What's an Old Croaker look like? Let's have a look.
Good. Demon frog. Spiky
Ooh, yeah.
frog? That one?
I mean, going on the D&D Beyond Bestiary, it's just called an Old Croaker.
I found a picture which says Old Croaker races from a thing, and it's basically just a frog that is covered in spikes.
Yeah, that's what I see as well.
It doesn't give a description, it just says it's a toad, really.
That's what it looks like according to a quick Google search.
Fair enough.
Let's see. You're from Eros. They have Frost Peaks. Could have seen it in your adventures. There's a chance. Do I just gift this to you? Do I make you roll for it? How generous is the BF feeling?
I mean, I'd be happy to roll for it, like the history, if fucking can remember seeing something.
Or nature or something, yeah.
Yeah, it would be a nature check. Go ahead and roll me a nature. We'll say like above 13 you've seen it. Doesn't speak to be that rare creature.
Net 20.
Dirty 20.
Hey, 20, close.
Yeah, there you go. You've seen it in your adventures somewhere. Where or how you saw it in your adventures, I don't know. You were fucking tier 2 by the time you joined this campaign. You've done stuff.
Because it is a creature that is immune to cold.
Nice.
I was looking through the bestiary to see what kind of base is immune or resistant to cold. The resistant are spiders, but the immune is this frog. It's literally the only one.
Yeah, beasts aren't known for their immunities usually, so...
Yeah. But...
Which is a real shame. Like, elemental ones should be immune to their element.
Yeah.
Only fire is...
But, it's got a 20-foot movement, or...
Yeah, it's got like 20-foot leap. That's fine.
Yeah, 20-foot leap. So, before casting it on himself, that's what I was going to double check as well, see if I could cast this on objects.
What, polymorph?
Not polymorph, no.
It's pretty sure the answer's no.
There is a, I think,
I was thinking, yeah, I was thinking more levitate, see if I could levitate the cage.
I think true polymorph hilarious. You can turn a table into a dragon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
So levitate one creature or loose object of my choice. Would you class the cage as a loose object?
I'll allow it only because it's hovering and already has Void Arcanite in it.
Yeah. So this turn I am going to cast levitate on the cage to make it go up to just beneath the level 5, because I think I'm like 85 foot or something like that.
Yep, you're at 86.
86. So yeah, move up the 15, 20 foot. So
Yep, I'll put you at 99.
Yep. And that will be fuck you's turn for this turn.
Okay, just setting yourself up.
Yeah.
I was curious where this was gonna go. If you were gonna risk the lightning damage by leaping, but okay. You gotta play it safe. Alright then, Gwent, it's your turn.
Okay, so first I will do the concentration check to see if I get badly zapped.
Yep.
I get badly zapped.
Yeah, unless you want to do something about that, you take 20 cold damage and lose concentration.
That is fine. I will take the 20, I will lose the concentration. I will use another charge of Spider Climb, and I will just use my movement to get up next to Alvina and stare in the hole. Like,
I'm going to swing you in there if you like grab onto your feet.
I'll listen.
Also as well, what were the stones that Zormir gave fuck you again? I can't remember.
They...
Oh, that was the point. Give you the stone oil slick and other things.
Oh yeah.
It was this random.
Oh yeah, you have like random objects.
Yeah.
I don't think they really did anything.
They did some stuff. But
Yeah.
They did like distracting, illusion-based things, I'm pretty sure.
That's
Yeah.
What, yeah, I think that's what Point said.
Might be relevant later. But Gwent, I think there's just your base movement. You're able to get there.
Get the 7 feet that you need.
Yeah.
I think we need your spider legs for this one, Gwent.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I've got the Spider Climb back on. What I will try as well is I do have a pair of old socks that I'm just going to try put on my hands just for a bit of cold protection. It probably won't help, but you know, why not?
Oh, to be fair, when you touch the walls, it doesn't hurt you or anything. It just extinguishes flame.
Fair enough.
Yeah, specifically Alvin
Then-
was trying to superheat it and it was basically just like matching it with gold.
Then I will try and move up as much as my movement would allow me to do without any
Yep.
dashing or anything.
It's as if you're just touching really cold, like metal, but like normal cold metal. While this definitely looks to be ice, it looks to almost be like a mixture of ice and metal. And I don't think either of you have any relevant skills to this, but Zormir, as you're paying more attention to it, you do notice that this definitely appears to be a metallic ice, and it occurs to you that this might be if not the same, a similar composite of
Oh, yeah.
prismatic ice.
This is the ice that we found, that Zoe found earlier. Yeah.
A form of metal ice, effectively.
The other half of what you'd use with the power armor.
Right.
But Gwent, you're able to just spider climb up this.
That's what I was like. I think we need you for this one, Gwen.
The question is, do you wait for Alvina and take them with you, or do you go alone? How much do you care about winning?
I care nothing about winning because I'm going to make Alvina win anyway because I don't want pictures of me around. But I do want
That
the
makes
sense of
sense.
achievement. So I'm going to like gesture for Alvina to hop on
Yep.
and we move up.
Can I use my reaction to do that?
Yeah, I'll just allow it to be a free thing.
Yeah, just...
Also,
And-
just to try and get out so the ranger doesn't shoot me again, frankly.
Yeah. I'll watch out.
I just don't want to be shot.
Meat shield.
Alright, how much movement do you have left?
Use 7 feet.
Use 7.
I'm just using so
He has 313
So what's
movement left.
70. No, I'm just normal up, so only like 73.
70.
Yeah, only 73.
Yeah, a real slow time.
Yeah.
Being careful, not running ahead because we're just walking up a tube.
Okay,
That's at the top
so
of the
some
tube.
arbitrary distance layer, because I don't know the exact distance. I'm not even gonna roll for it. Doesn't matter. As you walk up like 20 feet around the bend, it's almost like a U-bend in a piping system. As you can start crawling down, like you go left a little bit and then you go down another bend. As you stare down, you come face to face with what appears to be what is effectively like the pipe is blocked with a form of liquid.
What color is the liquid?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
Yeah. It's lava.
It's suspicious blue liquid.
It's like neon pink or something like that. Like,
Oh no, it's like neon green. It's Mountain Dew.
it's Mountain Dew!
It's okay if it's Mountain Dew. Alvina can drink their way through.
Yeah, they
Yep.
just want to be real sticky by the end. Real sticky and no teeth.
As if Alvina's teeth are made of something that can be dissolved by sugar.
Yeah, true.
Alvina's teeth just evolved years ago into something beyond normal teeth.
Like,
They're
you
su-
eat rocks for fun, so
Yeah.
yes, probably.
They're super bone.
You know in Terry Pratchett where trolls have diamond teeth?
Yeah,
Yep.
but the harder super diamonds.
Yeah, it's like hyper condensed diamond teeth.
You have antimatter teeth.
Or does Alvina have like teeth like a shark? They're constantly coming in. from the back.
Regrowing!
Dish, dish, dish. Like she opens her mouth and scares everybody. Just,
Yeah, they're all like, you don't look, it doesn't look it. It's why Alvina grins and doesn't open her mouth with a grin, because just behind it is just rows and rows of more teeth going forward.
Alvina, you lost a tooth.
Did I? I didn't know this. He grins at the full row of teeth still. It's like,
Does she do a Luffy and just drink milk?
yeah, she just drinks an exorbitant amount of milk.
He drank milk and he grew a tooth. Yeah.
Just wills calcium into work.
I think this is the one I was using. God, I really probably should have had this more conveniently somewhere. Alright, roll me a d20.
Oh, a shiny one.
There you go.
Okay.
1,
The luckiest of numbers.
It appears to be a deep crimson red.
That's not concerning at all.
Does it smell like blood?
There is a distinct iron and copper scent to the air, guys.
I'm fine with this.
You might be bad, don't think Gwent will be.
Once again, I'm giving you eyebrows of then. Touch it then. Go on.
Oh,
That's
Okay.
all I'm doing. I'm not touching the goddamn red liquid.
never touch the suspicious ring. Alvina walks out of this tunnel as a vampire.
So Gwent has learned.
Alvina walks out of this as a goddamn nightmare.
She already is a nightmare. She's gonna be covered in just steaming blood.
Alright, so as Gwent finds the pool that they are either going to have to go through or go back and find a different hole, which presumably has a different liquid in it. We're gonna turn to
Full of
7
dirty liquid.
options.
Jesus.
Yeah,
we're gonna
I'm
turn
not-
to Zormir and Lou before we wrap up for the night. I think it gives you a rough indication of what level 6 is. Zormir and Lou, anything you'd like to do or say or ask off Darkside?
Random liquids to stop them. Interesting.
Yes.
Well, hopefully none of them are edible liquids or Alvina's going through like a shot.
No, I could say quite some authority on the matter. They are some of the deadliest liquids available.
I thought this was a non-lethal competition.
I think the meaning they will knock them out.
No, some of those are acid.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. We're talking like
Interesting.
50 damage a second acid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you expect people to get through this competition?
No, I expect them to find the one filled with alcohol.
Oh. And
I
get
said
drunk?
they were deadly. I didn't say all of them were deadly to the touch.
And get very, very drunk on the way through?
Hey, if we wait long enough, Alvina can drink it all and not take any ill effects.
You're just gonna...
Try it, see? Just one pack at a time!
I actually rather quite like this level. I think it's an ingenious one. The rest you can pretty much brute force or there's some trade-off. But at this level, you're so close to victory that you really have to start weighing up the cost-risk benefit rewards. Do you take one off? Do you take the time to find a lesser route but sacrifice your advantage of the distance? Or do you risk the extra damage on the hopes that it would take too long to find a safer path? I think this one is the one I look out for recruiting Dark Feathers. How well can they weigh up the pros and cons and utilize the time they have efficiently?
I'm not actually gonna lie, I have an idea, Gwen. On
Definitely
gauging
seems like
how
a thinker.
dangerous this stuff is.
So is your idea dunk you in it and Gwent watches from a distance? I agree.
It's not that actually, no.
Yes.
She has a disposable resource.
And you're expecting something clever from Alvina or Gwen?
No, I expect they're one of the ones who will die to this.
Oh, I don't think they'll die to this, because, quite frankly, I don't think Gwent would take the risk. Alvina, maybe.
So.
Maybe, but with Gwent, they're less likely to die.
No, the problem Alvina's gonna have is that some of these are dead ends. Just nothing but 100 foot of lava.
I'm worried she might try to eat the lava at this point.
Yes, but the trick is that you don't really know which ones are the dead end until you come up the other end. At which point you've already swum through like 20 feet of the stuff. So either you have to turn back swimming another 20 feet and you might not survive, or, well, I mean, quite frankly, you don't get a choice if you get a dead end. Like I said, it's all about weighing up your risks.
Hilarious, you know if I've actually got a way to check for dead ends. Fairly comfortable. I can at least check for 2 dead ends.
Well, we'll
Which this one's
see what happens. I mean,
It seems like things are going to get really interesting shortly.
I have a quick. I know it's not my turn, Jim. Can I check? Do I know if that's dragon's blood that I'm looking at?
It doesn't look to be dragon's blood.
Okay.
Not sure how you know, but I don't know. You know enough. Yes, it doesn't actually look to be true blood in of itself.
I was thinking, depending on the world, dragon's blood is like one of the most dangerous things you could possibly go in. It's basically napalm acid. So...
But with that, Lou, do you want anything else to say before we wrap up?
And
Fair enough. That's going to bring us to the end. We are going to take a break next week, but then hopefully we will finish up this this tournament the week after.
Hey, we've been saying it's 2 levels pretty much per week.
Yeah, 1 to 2 levels per week. So we could finish it next week, or we could be doing it until like mid-July.
Quite possibly. Hopefully they'll give me if I can delay you after that until August, we might be able to get that damn dungeon done by September.
Yeah. I mean, you've only had it prepared for 3 months.
We'll start the dungeon by
Actually, I've
September.
had the time to prepare it for 3 months, but I haven't actually started it yet.
Give you plenty of time.
he
I mean,
just needs
how long
August
have we-
now.
How long IRL have we been in Bastion? Like out
We
of
got
game?
in it like March?
Let's have a look. I can probably tell by names. Cult, Race Against Death, Hunt of the Ainsmerst, Firestar. Okay, so it'll be Intermission 2 you arrived. You arrived on the 47. So it's been 20 episodes. Wow. 5
Damn.
months?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, I undershot it a little bit.
So like, end of January.
February.
Yeah.
February.
You're not even like halfway through all the available Bastion plotlines yet.
Like
I mean,
next
there's so
Christmas
many
will be
damn
great when we
side
finally leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2028 we'll leave Bastion.
Yep.
Side quests are entirely all optional, and also there technically isn't any side quest to this. This is the problem with the sandbox. You can do whatever you want. I mean, you got dragons, so hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we've got
not
the dragons.
yeah, but we've also got secret organizations.
We already had secret organizations, we've just got more.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. We've got secret organizations now.
We've got cults, never mind secret
We've got
organizations.
cults, we're halfway through getting a base. We've barely been like... We've been in Bastion for like...
A week.
2 weeks. Like a week and a bit, I think.
No, we
Mhm.
did have the 2-week downtime, so maybe about nearly a month, 3 weeks, month.
Maybe just under a month.
Including a time skip.
Yeah.
It may go somewhere new eventually.
Maybe.
That's entirely it.
Eventually. There's a whole space quadrant around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that, that's going to bring us to the end. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. I hope you've had fun. And we're going to take a break next week, but we'll be back the week after that for more Alterra fun. Thank you all for watching, and good night.
See ya!
Bye.
Good night.